Yeah. Let's go. I think we good. Make sure. All right. Okay. I want to do sounds.
I said whatever I want.
All right. Okay, there we go. We vibing. Hold on, we need something a little more turned up, man. A little more turned up. Just a little more too chill. Yeah. Okay. What's going on? Hey, 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 hey. Yo, I'm gonna get to the chat in a second, man. I just gotta hold up. Can I pour a shot of something? Can I pour a shot of something? Please. Did you know what up, Magnus Joe? About to go ahead and do a Malibu coconut rum. About to taste this coconut rum. Yum. Why not? Got a little bit of everything. All right, let's go ahead. I'll be all day thumping music on y'all ass. Hold on, let me make sure we good. I didn't check all the other. Usually I get to sharing and all that. I ain't want to do all that today. I ain't feel. What the hell? Oh, I got an ad? Wow, I went to Twitch channel. I got an ad, y'all. Oh man, Twitch, you trying to make me some money or something, huh? Shout out to the Twitch fam out there, y'all. Bam, 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 bam. Yo, I'm gonna get all my sounds. My sounds are there, man. I just moved over everything to the new PC. You know how I go. Then I'm gonna go through the chat, man, get my shout outs. Trying to make sure we good. It says we're live on Twitch. Okay, there we go. Yo, how many 2 minutes worth of ad? Yo, my bad. Yo, whoever's watching, my bad. If you're on Twitch, my bad, man. I ain't mean to put you through that, man. I ain't know it was gonna be. It's like 3 minutes. Damn near. Put me through that. I'm sorry. I ain't got to. Damn. My bad. All right, let me go ahead and get to the chat, man. Because we got a nice, hot, steamy episode. How do you take a shot? Right? Yo, Joe, what's going on? Yo, first of all, pull me up on big screen. Right? I know y'all see the chat. Let's get me right, man. Let's get me right, man. What's going on? Joe, G.I. Joe, aka Kenji Soto, aka I seen that picture, sir. What you doing out there, sir? Got your arms like this too? I see you. Okay, Magnus, what's going on? Traveling the world, man. Now, you sure you ain't related to Max? You and Max? I thought y'all travel the world together. I don't know. I don't know. Magnus, my guy. Salute Magnus. You know what I'm saying? My guy. Go back. Ajax, flapjacks, crack sack, knapsacks, backpacks, all that. Okay. And of course, my man Did You Know Gaming, man. Now, I'm meant to be clicking on these. Yo, I want to take the shot. I'm sorry. My bad. Oh, look, we got horror letters. Oh, shit. Blunt. Tactic. You know what I'm saying? My man Did You Know? We go back to, man. That's that, we go back like, what's that song? Roll up a little reef, good old bud smoking song. All right, and we got to do this every time, man. We got to do this every time. All right, take this out. I don't need this. I don't even know why that's there. That just look good with that on. Chelsea Sway, thank you for tuning in. Every time we get a lady here, we got to do this, y'all. Shout out to the lady. Bah, 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 bah. All right, my man, DJ C Money. In the house. Talk to him, DJ C Money. Talk to him. Now, y'all see, we got digital versus physical. That is going to be the topic. I'm going to let y'all know. We're getting straight into the bullshit because I want to get through everything. I want to get through the smoke. Hot shit. Woo! Hot damn. So, digital versus physical. And the reason that it says digital versus physical, we're not really doing this as like, which one's better? I'd rather have this. Oh, we ain't doing all that, man. We could be all day. But one thing I really want to ask, if you were to have a child collect video games, what would you inform them to do? Would you still keep them to collect those physical games like you're used to doing, right? Or would you inform them it's better to go digital? Collect it through emulators. You got hard drives, and now you can keep so much, right? So we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of that and get through that. We got a lot to talk about, but first, let me get these images straight, man. We gotta talk about her, man. We got to. That's the first thing, man. All right, let's get straight to it, y'all. Straight to the smoke, straight to the bull. Amaranth or Dant, however you want to end it. Amaranth. Yes. Caitlin Saragusa. Shout out to Caitlin. All right. Caitlin is known as the kick streamer Amaranth. I believe it was Twitch at one point. I don't know all that happened. I don't get into the background of the nitty gritty shit. That ain't me. Amaranth has done what we all expected. And yes, it's true. Amaranth is selling beer allegedly with her vaginal yeast. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I don't believe there's going to be any real vaginal yeast involved at all. Okay. I think they're just going to take maybe a little yeast that grows on a tank right there and just put it in a little, test tube and send it off to a factory. And then they're going to get it. And it's going to be some sick dude, right? He's going to take it. He's going to dip it in a little Q-tip. He's going to touch his tongue. He's going to go, oh, yes, I got it. And he's going to come up with a wonderful formula of beer that's going to taste just like that yeast from Amaranth. Okay, let's get to the specifics. We're going to be quick on this because, like I said, I'm not going to be talking about some damn vaginal beer. Like, that ain't really what we buy, but it's in the realm, right? It's in the realm. We in the gaming realm, live streaming, all that shit, right? Okay. All right, so shout out, y'all. Let me also pull up the chat just in case anybody say something at it. I'm eating dinner at the moment. Damn, my man. Yo, Joe. I don't know, man. Amaranth, you might. Hey, that yeast is hot on the block. The block is hot. Hey, no pun intended. That yeast is hot on the block. And for all my fellas, how does yeast develop? Is that like what? You ain't giving it ain't getting no air to the cooch? Like, how does that go? Fellas, help me out. You got a lady in here. Help me out. How does the yeast develop? How do you get a yeast beer? Right? I got to say, girl, hold up. You can't take off your drawers or nothing for like a week. I want some yeast in that thing. Like, hey, Magnus, yeast, isn't that an infection? It's a good bacterial infection, man. It's good bacteria. There's good ones and bad ones, man. Just tip your tongue on a little bit of the yeast and you'll see what I mean. All right? But Amaranth is collaborating with a Polish brewery known as the Order of Yoni. Yes, Yoni. I don't know who the hell they are. But to release a line of beer brewed with her vaginal bacteria. The process involves isolating vaginal lactic acid bacteria from a pap smear. Holy hell. Why did I start? Yo, I should be reading these things before I go live. Oh my God. They're taking the yeast from a pap? Yo, hold up, fellas. I got to take this shot, man. Hold on. Thug did. So I can't do that. I got it. Okay. My bad, y'all. I shouldn't get out of character without going off screen. That's so unprofessional of me. So, Yoni is a vagina. Oh, thank you. See, this is why we got the ladies here, man. This is why we got the ladies here. We need to know this. So, Yoni is a vagina. Okay? Yoni is a vagina. I just learned something new. Holy hell. Thank you, Chelsea's Way. Oh, my gosh. Whew, it's beautiful knowledge. So that's why. So Amaranth collaborated with a Polish brewery, and the brewery is named the Order of Yoni. So it's like the Order of Vagina. Good way to use that mind. The process involves isolating vaginal lactic acid bacteria from a pap smear. And fellas, I heard from women before that pap smear, they go deep. Some women got to clench and go, God, for the pap. So they're getting some good yeast. They're not just getting like, the yeast that grows over time. They're getting the fresh yeast, I believe. Okay. So ensuring it's free from foreign DNA or RNA, and then they use it in a brewing process. The brewery claims this product to be completely safe, healthy, and even spiritually beneficial. Nah, hold up. Hell with that. Hell with that shit. Y'all can say that shit. Ain't no way you hell and tell them, nah. That's like you heard the eating umbilical cords brings the memory cells back. You're going to be back. Just eat a couple of those umbilical cords and your brain's going to process all the knowledge. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, a spiritual benefit. I don't know. I don't eat umbilical cords, and I don't believe in licking yeast or drinking any beer with yeast. So, by the way, I won't be drinking this beer. You know, to each his own. If everybody want to do it, I'll give my own opinion at the end of it. Okay. But Saragusa, aka Amaranth, believes people will purchase the beer for novelty, but she's uncertain if they'll actually consume it, right? And the announcement was met with mixed reactions online, with some questioning societal norms and others finding the concept distasteful. So I would like to ask you all right now, Caitlin Saragusa, right here, the lady behind me. Go ahead and take a look. Take a couple seconds, right? Good look, young woman, looking beautiful. I'm gonna say, great young looking woman, right? Okay. She tells you, hey, honey, I got a beer with yeast in it. Would you drink it? Now, there's some guys here who would drink piss from a damn pig. Got some nasty individuals in the world. But there are some people who have limits. They're not drinking this beer just for the simple fact that you would even think that I would need to have my beer mixed with some sexual reference to this woman right here. I concur. Then again, she is a multimillionaire, I'm sure. I heard she makes like 1.5 million a month off of OnlyFans. I can imagine what she sells on there. That hot tub water is still floating around at anime conventions. I guarantee you, people are still sipping it. Now imagine you got yeast beer. Now, I will give my moral take on it, right? Close to Halloween, I can get very demonic, and I could say how I demonically feel. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give the honest approach, and then I'm going to give the demonic approach. Honestly, it is sick to the point of society where we come. We come to the point where you can sell, literal shit in a Ziploc bag, and you can go get rich. It is a capitalist society, so that's the way it goes. You can't really be mad at that, but I'm more upset at society. To support it and to continue supporting it is why it continues to happen. You can't be mad and complain, oh my goodness, she's doing this, she's doing that, when at the same time is your ass buying it. Okay, let me fix the camera. My bad, y'all. I gotta get the camera straight. Is that better? Is that better? All right, that's a little better. That's a little better. But it's not her. So everybody is saying, oh, she's disgusting. She's selling it. She's a businesswoman now, man. She wants to have her own beverage line. Guarantee you there'll be more beverages to come. It won't just be yeast. Maybe they'll take, skin or secretions or armpit sweat. It doesn't matter. It can continue to go on. But this lady has been making a killing off of gentlemen who are in this realm of sitting at home, fantasizing, almost glorifying in a godlike way a woman. Now, I'm going to just tell you, fellas, from pimp to pimp, player to player, straight up to straight up, get outside, touch some grass, man. There's a lot of women out there, man, a lot of beautiful women you can go ahead and speak with. You can talk with real women that you can feel, beautiful women, okay? And you ain't got to worry about having to drink her hot tub water. You could be sitting in the hot tub drinking her water. She could be yours. But her fans are not those type, I guarantee you. So now let me go through some of the chat because I don't want to miss anything. There was one thing. I make homebrew apple wine. Joe, can you do me a favor, sir? We need a woman over there in Phoenixville to give you some yeast. That yeast is going to take you to the chop, Joe. Okay, it's going to, whoa. It's going to take you to the top. Okay, just get you a little bit of yeast, Joe. Put it in the bottles of wine. what it's going to do is going to bring the tang. That's it. That's all you hear. That's it. Just a little bit of tang to it. But, you know, morally, a lot of people are shitting on her, man. A lot of people are shitting on not only her, but people who support her, people who are continuing to pay money to make her rich. Very similar to SS Sniper Wolf, where a lot of people are coming on her for her content and the way she just reacts or not react to content. Everybody has their approach to women in the genre using their sex appeal and their likeness to get views and money in a way that a guy typically cannot. There are men that do that. You can come on. I can come on here with my 8-pack. Hey, babe, how you doing? Yeah, my name's Nick. I would love to eat. I could do all that shit, but you know what? It still would be a lot harder than a woman who could use sex appeal. So the fact that she does it, the one sad part I find about this is that where's the real talent? That's the one sad part of, you know, I won't say some of the talent might be in financial management, right? She might be managing finances. She might have property, real estate. She might have other things that she actually manages. But I have the feeling based on what I seeing as the product that she has people that handle that for her. And she's paying someone to handle that. I don't think it's her. I don't think she's the brain behind the operation. I do think she's a smart lady, and I do think that some of these creations can be of her own thinking, but there's a team around it. And when you have a team, I can never say it's you. I know the team's there. I know the team's there. All right. So, Joe, you got the homebrew home. For me to make 30 bottles of homebrew, I need 2 ounces of yeast. To be honest, this sounds like a scam train unless they're only making 10 bottles. Great point, Joe. I'm going to be honest. That's what a lot of other people are saying. This might be a scam. They might be portraying to have some sort of link to yeast when actually it's just another flavored beer that's supposed to be flavored to her yeast from her vag. I don't know. You want to taste the pap smear and figure it out? Like, I don't know how to tell. You know, I'm not going to be drinking the beer. But one thing's for sure, I am an ale drinker. And for those who don't drink beer, I'm not a big beer drinker, but I do drink ales, and I like the sweeter ales. And I can say this is probably going to be more on the tangier side. So you might sip it, to each his own. To each his own. All right, and I want to go ahead and move on to everything else. Like I said, I got too much to talk about. Damn, where do I start with all this? So what else did I have, man? Damn, I don't even remember what else I had. I had like some other topics. Oh, damn. Oh, hell. What did I not? Yo, I told you, we free flying all this shit. We ain't got. Yo, do you want us to bob you off, Nintendo? Keep it real. Do you want us to just go all day? Nintendo? Everywhere I turn around, man, I can't dodge this shit, man. You're releasing updates, still trying to break CFW. Stop it. You're not doing it. People are just going to be playing again. Stop that shit, Nintendo. On top of that, fan art. People actually admire your characters. I know, right? It's something. I know, it's great. And you shoot that down. Damn, taking down fan art. What's next? Oh, okay. Fan made game projects. Well, fan just loves Luigi, so I'll make a side project having nothing to do with Nintendo, but using a character that is Luigi. We know it's Luigi, but he doesn't actually use any character models or anything from any Nintendo games. We just putting this out. Take that down. Hell, start using actual parts of Nintendo. Find out. So you can't win there. Man, Joy-Con drift. Oh my God. Where do I stop? I can't. Nintendo continues. And Nintendo continues in a way almost like a kid. Or either a grown man that wants to get head 24/7 from everyone they come across. You just want blowjobs everywhere you go. Yes, we don't care about the algorithm. Pluck the algorithm. Okay? That's all Nintendo wants. They want us to do everything they say. This latest one is probably the sickest I've seen in a long time. I'm going to get through this real quick, and we'll move on. I'm not going to get too much, okay? Here we go. I just want all my paperwork to be correct in front of me. Okay. Popular gaming YouTuber Ludwig. Everybody, shout out Ludwig, right? Shout out Ludwig. If you don't know Ludwig, now you know. Go check him out. Stop playing with my man Ludwig. My man Ludwig claims he received a baby cease and desist. Yo, Ludwig, I like that. I like that. Yo, Nintendo, he called your shit a baby cease and desist. If you don't get out of here with that weak ass cease and desist, he denounced your shit. You know what I'm saying? What, Nintendo, you gonna come after me for this picture in the background? Hey, bob me off. Give a damn about you, Nintendo. Kiss my ass. All right. Nintendo, after attempting to modify Super Smash Bros. Melee for a tournament he organized, they sent that cease and desist to stop him. They didn't want him to do this. They didn't want that tournament or anything to go down. Guess why? We'll continue. Nintendo introduced new guidelines on October 24th. Yes, that was 5 days ago, folks, for Super Smash Brothers tournaments. Now, for those who do not know, in the esports scene, Smash Brothers is one of the longest going fighting game scenes in esports, period. The only other one I think might be what? Super Street Fighter? Turbo? It might be a couple others, but not many. Smash Brothers is like one of the longest going. They got the strongest community. You still have people talking about custom characters and mods on their Smash Bros. Nintendo introduced these new guidelines October 24th, and the new rules have a couple things. They stipulate a maximum of 200 participants for your tournament. I'm going to break down each one of these and say why I'm pissed. First of all, I buy a game. Let's say I buy Madden, right? The latest Madden, latest NBA 2K. I'll give y'all anything. I take that. I'm playing it in my home. I got my family here. We having a big family reunion. We in town. Yo, I'm going to have a massive tournament. Everybody in town, my family, everybody's jumping in. Yo, we going to have 400 people, everybody playing. Let's do it. Online, in-house, everything. Let's go. We can't. No, it's a fact. We can't. Nintendo could actually send us a cease and desist and try to stop the tournament and shut it down. Yeah. Because I got over 200. Even though it's my own choice. They don't care. It's my game. You're playing it. You can't play with over 200 people unless you contact me first. Yep, all the way in Japan. I want you to fly your ass over here. Meet with my old-ass 82-year-old brothers. And we're going to talk. All right? That's one dumb as hell thing. Okay? So, and Nintendo listening to this. Yo, Nintendo, I know they listen, man. They always been listening, man. Gary, hey, shout out to Gary, too. I'm going to get to Gary in a second. All right. Next thing, a $5,000 prize pool cap. No sponsors. So, yo, on top of I got the 400 people tournament going, guess what? My cousin's rich, y'all. My cousin Rich, he got millions. He be chilling every day. He be like, yo, if I ask for money, he'll just give it to me. That's why I don't even ask for money like that. He rich. He rich. He said, yo, I want to go ahead and I'm going to put 10 bands on it, man. Make everybody want to play. I'm tired of watching people play around and don't care about winning. Tell them I got 10 bands on it, man. Sit. Can't do it. Nintendo can shut down the tournament. Guess what? Because there's a $5,000 prize pool cap. You cannot go over that. You should be contacting us to see if we can approve anything over $5,000. Don't matter if my cousin just rich and he just giving money away. Nope. You can't. Some other bullshit reason. Okay. No sponsors. Yo, you telling me I can't? Somebody just likes me. Yo, Nick, I love the way you're doing those Smash Brothers tournaments. Can you do me a favor, man? I'll pay for any prize winnings. All I want you to do is play my commercial, every 10 minutes throughout the tournament. Can't do that. Another one. Okay. Now, you can also, and this is the worst one, only use unmodified versions of the game. Damn. You can only use unmodified versions. Y'all, Nintendo's saying you cannot mod your own damn game. You can't. You want to have a tournament? Don't mod it. It's our way or no way. So we got a baby cease and desist, man. The reason I had to bring this up because I want to say Nintendo don't got a damn leg to stand on, man. They're killing the community that actually is buying the games. But you know what's sad about all of this? We're not going to stand up and put our dollars together to stop the shit. That's what's worse than everything. We ain't going to stop it. Shout out to my man Joe. My Joe who talk about, hey, I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate all their games. I ain't going to buy nothing. Now, if you pirate, hey, cool. You had to buy that Switch, though. Now, if you didn't buy the Nintendo Switch and you're using, I think this is a Yuzu emulator, and you're playing games that way, hey, cool. Total non-support. But even buying the Switch, they're profiting off of, excuse me, I need to take another shot. They're profiting off of every sale. That's a damn shame, man. That's a damn shame. So, I'm going to say this before I move on to my real topic. Okay. I would like to say they don't have a leg to stand on. It won't be long before people actually do take a stance, before there will be a lawsuit put towards Nintendo that they won't be able to handle. And it won't be some big fish with all this money. It'll be some little guy. He's going to try. He's going to win. So Nintendo, watch your ass, man. Watch your ass. Punk ass. Okay, let's get to the actual subject. My bad, y'all. My bad. Then I'm going to go ahead. I got to put this in there, too, because I'm going to bring people in. Like I said, this is going to be a quick show. We're going to get through this quick, and I'm going to bring people in. But let's get to the real deal. Okay? And let's see if I got the pictures right. Booyah. There we go. Now, I might take this off, y'all. I ain't going to lie. It's a little hot having this hoodie on. It's a little hot trying to drink with the hoodie on and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? I might have to take it off. Live a Ghost Rider life. Yo, if I take this off, I'm going to be sweating. Yo, let's see. Oh, snap. Yo, I'm sweating like crazy. Yo, you see that? Yo, we done, man. Yeah. It's over with that. I ain't doing that, yo. Yeah, we crazy. Yeah, it's enough of that, man. Happy Halloween, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Enough of that, man. I'm over there sweating. I did most of the show. I talked about all that with it. You know what I'm saying? We don't. So, something before I get into the digital and physical talk, I just want to say on my own, right? Damn, I ain't even got my, I was supposed to have notes in here specifically to talk about certain things in the order, man, and I ain't got none of that. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't got none of it in front of me, but I'm gonna go off the top of the dome. Popular poems, popping your home, popping the chrome. Okay. I want to say, man, I was speaking with Gary earlier. Shout out Gary Bowser, man. Our friend, our family, Gary Bowser. Gary is in a much better situation now. And I don't go into spilling people's situations and talking about what's going on. If he want to talk about that, he can talk about that. That ain't kind of my thing. Y'all know me. But one thing I will say is that Gary is in such a better situation that it actually made me reflect on a lot more. It made me think of Gary still continuing to communicate with me. I mean, he's been out for a long time now, y'all. A very long time. We've still been communicating. To know that what I did with the letter, writing Gary, I didn't think it did anything, but I know for 100% now. It did something, man. Gary's a good dude, man. Gary goes out of his way to write me, and we talk about things and to go over things. I always try to preach any inspiration, good wealth into him, and he does the same thing, vice versa. And that's how we've always been. It's nothing, never negative between us. And when I got to thinking of that, I got to thinking, man, like all throughout my life and the inspirations and the down times I had, right? And the times where I was just, I ain't have shit. And people who were there for me. I thought about video games and modding, how I even came here. Because a lot of people don't know a lot about that. You know, loved Game Genie. Started with Game Genie, but shit, that was just the tip of the iceberg. And the modding, oh my goodness, modding. Once I start thinking of that and thinking of all the things, a lot came to me. So I'm gonna send a shout outs, man. I'm gonna send a bunch of shout outs from, and I'm gonna go throughout history. Okay. I'm gonna send a shout out to whoever made that damn S box. I don't know who made it. It was a PlayStation 1 mod. No, excuse me, a PlayStation 2 mod. And it was a one wire mod. And all you did was one point to another. You hooked this little USB point in the front of the PlayStation 2. And then it allowed you to play your copy games. One of my first copy games I've ever played on the PlayStation 2 was, yes, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Never forget. I burned games before my system was modified. I had so many burned games. I didn't know what to do with it. My system wasn't even modified. And guess what? I didn't know what to do. I went online. I looked up guides. I found this S box, diagram that says these 2 points. This is all you have to connect. I went and actually got a soldering iron, a 15-watt soldering iron from Radio Shack. And I just came there and put the wire on, burned myself in the process, did a lot of things. But that day, I knew I could do more, right? Soldering's a skill that people sometimes go to school for, or they have to be taught through trade of someone else knowing it. I did it on my own. No help, no inspiration from nobody, but the fact I wanted to play a copied game. Whoo, that addiction. Oh, that addiction was real. Had to have it, right? Couldn't afford it, but I had to have it. That was the addiction at the time. At that point, I was copying all types of games, and systems started coming out, and we got to the next generation of systems, and I was addicted. I had to have a modified system. This was something that Golden Finger on PlayStation 1. I can go throughout systems. Almost every system I had some sort of game modification tool or backups. It was an addiction. Next generation comes out, Xbox 360. Never forget it, man. Shout out to Geeb. I told the story many times on here before, but shout out to Geeb. A lot of people who don't know Geeb. He might also be known as Geebee, Geebee. He was in the Xbox 360 scene for a long time, and Geeb did a lot, man. Geeb actually had a huge part when the Hitachi drives were having a problem with flashing, and sometimes they would brick. It was because of timings, I believe, during the flashing process of the software. I forgot the name of the software, Jungle Flasher. There we go. The timings that Jungle Flasher was using. Geeb actually had another config file that he put out there. So you will probably look up Hitachi drives now and see 47 Geeb, right? That's Geeb. That's the Geeb, the same one who was my mentor, the same one that taught me everything. That was him, the man who seen a problem and fixed it for everyone else. Yes, shout out to him. Man had the patience of a saint, helped me flash my drives. I mean, we can go on and on with the things that he taught me. And at the end, I became fluent in flashing DVD drives as well as doing JTAGs. Thanks to Geeb. Shout out Broski, man. Big bro. All right. And the reason I got to shout out Broski, because Broski introduced me to Kiwan. Big shout out to Kiwan. Kiwan, without you, I probably would have never started charging people for mods. That was the opening, right? I was doing mods for fun. Do you know I would go to people's houses, like pretty much begging them to modify their systems? Like, come on, man, let me modify. I'm going to show you. And I was just hooking people up for free. Kiwan was the first person after I modified his system. Kiwan sat there. He said, yo, I can make you a lot of money off of this. I got a bunch of people who were like this. From that day forward, I understood the importance of a service being offered. Shout out to Kiwan. Offered a service for a long time. I was actually, independent. All right, I ain't need nobody else. Self-employed, making my own money through modding systems. Shit hit the fan. I got locked up. All right, we ain't gonna go about what happened, But nonetheless, same night, house got broken into, everything got stolen. And when I mean everything, everything. Um, there was an old desktop there that actually was the tower of one of those like 90 PCs, but I had all new stuff in there, new motherboard, new CPU, new everything. They didn't touch that. So I was able to come out and make money again. It's a blessing. But shout out to Derek. Derek was one person when I got locked up who called my ex at the time and said, does Nick need any money? Does he need anything? This at a time a lot of people around me was just in a situation where they couldn't be there. He was there and they asked to. That taught me that, yo, I'm in the hood, all these ghetto ass motherfuckers around me. I'm sick of looking at them. I know they the ones that broke into my house. I got to look at their ass every day. Y'all don't understand. I want to punch their ass in the face every chance I see them. I had little kids walking up to me. It's like, they the ones that broke into your house over there. And I'm looking at, hey, dudes, I know the ones stay strapped. I got a gun. Who am I going to go against with? Hey, dude, I'm not, and I got a life. I got children. That shit was terrible, bro. Derek was the one person said, do I need anything? I don't know where Derek is now. He's a truck driver. I'm sure he's good. Shout out, Derek. Derek, you see me, holla at me. Right? But Derek was one of the best customers I had. One of the only people that cared, man. Outside of that, you know, I can go on and on, man. And shout outs can go on. Now it's shout out to y'all, right? We got Joe, you know, who's been there since Lord knows the beginning, man. Shout out to everybody. Magnus, we see you there. We know what you have. All right. You've been in there for a minute, sir. You as well. MGR. I mean, Dead Specimen. Chelsea's Way. DJ C Money. Did you know? Like, I can go on and on, man. Like, everybody. It's just like now the thanks go so far. So thank you all. Appreciate it. You know what I mean? I don't say it enough. If I don't, there we go right there. All right. And now I could perfectly drink without putting up the mask. This is so beautiful. Now, quick fast. I want to bring my man in. And then we're going to get on. I know everybody got to, you know, I want everybody to get through their nights, man. I want everybody to have a good time. Y'all got to go to sleep and wake up and shit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have y'all right. So let's talk about it, yo. Truth of the matter is, should my child start collecting physical or digital video game libraries? If I was to have a newborn child right now and I was to start purchasing them some things to collect, would I start on the physical side of things or a digital? Could I do both? Yeah. But we're being subjective. Okay? So you got to pick. For me, before I get into the pros and cons of each, I would like to say I'm going digital, right? Multiple reasons. One, I actually have been doing digital collecting for a long time, not even knowing, because of my addiction to have games, right? Now it's not so bad. I don't care because I can just click the button and download an entire ROM pack in seconds if I wanted to, right? Oh, I need Super Nintendo games. How many of them is it? Oh, 4,000 and something. How big is it? 2 gigabytes? Done. I got all 2, games. That's how it is now. But it was a time where it was not like that. You had to take a long time to download these things. So I had a lot of hard drives stored with games, ROM packs. And that was my collection. I was collecting years ago. So if I was to have my child come into this world now and start collecting, I would say go digital. You can store a lot more. You're going to be able to play your games for a longer period of time. We know because physical is not getting newer, right? So I would have them go digital and start focusing on more of the newer gen titles to be able to back up those, because once they become, consoles that become hacked or modified in any way, you could play them. So somebody would say, well, what about Xbox One, right? What about the Series X, not modified? How do you continue that if those systems come out of play? Like, they're not modified, so you're backing up a bunch of games that you don't have access to. Well, the truth of the matter is, even if you back them up and don't have access to them right now, you still have the game. You still have the game. Now, that's a new debate on how you're going to play it. There are also emulators. You can definitely utilize emulators. That's why they're out there. But without emulators, you're kind of limited to the hardware, right? So that's where digital also comes into play. So I just don't see a strong reason besides nostalgia or value, right? If the game has value, I totally understand. You can now collect it and it's worth a lot more than any digital game. It's not going to be worth a penny, right? You can say that, understand that. But that's it. Nostalgia. I mean, what else? So I'm gonna get through this real quick and bring my man in, and we're gonna talk about it. And also, let me make sure I got everything pulled up for me. Okay. If I had a kid all physical, so their kids can play it, you never know when the servers go down. But piracy, on the other hand, is a different story. Well said. Well said. Because you're right. If the servers go down, you're not going to be able to play it. You're going to hope that you have games backed up yourself in it. Excuse me, an emulator to play it. But outside of that, yeah, you're kind of screwed. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly break down the pros and cons of retro game collecting of each section. Then we're going to bring in my man, G.I. Joe, and we'll go ahead and quickly discuss it. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about, I'll do it like this. I want to have everything in front of me. We'll do a pro and a con back and forth. Okay. So that way we're not like, oh, happy, 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 sad, 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 happy, 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 sad, sad. I don't like to do that. Right. I want to keep it like the pro and the con. Let's weigh it out. Let's make this a good debate. Right. So, pro. I was going to say pros. I almost was going to read them through. A pro for retro game collecting. That is physical. That is a tangible collectible. You owning a physical cartridge, right? Or a console can be rewarding, nostalgic. You know, you can physically hold it. You kind of have more of an emotional attachment to something you can physically hold. It's a fact. It's not even it's a fact. Okay. So it can also be resold. It's a tangible collectible, right? You can resell it. You can make money. You could sell it 3 times. Somebody else could sell it. They could sell it again. They can sell it again. They can sell it again. This can continue to go on until the game no longer works. And even if it doesn't work, you could sell it. Somebody wants to buy it and they don't want to use it. You can still sell it. So a tangible collectible is a big pro. A con, though, is collecting retro games and consoles can be expensive. And I know people might say that's Nick, that ain't expensive. Let me tell you something, man. First of all, when you start talking about rare and sought after titles, it's gonna get expensive, bro. It is. If you're looking right now for a brand new Super Mario 64 on Nintendo 64, good luck. See the price tag on that. Go ahead and buy one. Right? If you want to go ahead and get, let's say, Marvel versus Capcom 2, I think it is, on Dreamcast, unopened, brand new, look at the price. Right? Look at the price, brand new. Okay, so a lot of these games are considered collector's editions. Think of the original Super Mario World, the Super Mario 3, 2, Yoshi's Island, the first Yoshi game. Think about that. Think of the price of these games, brand new, and to collect them. Yeah, you could probably just get a cartridge, just get whatever, but you want to be able to collect it in the best possible way, which is in its full form. So it can become expensive. Another pro of retro game collecting when it comes to physical is the authenticity. Y'all, you can't fake authenticity. That's one thing that physical, I give big props. Shout out to all my old heads out there. That's one thing physical we can talk about. It's authentic, man. It's not going to be any mods. It's not going to be somebody putting a little piece of something in there after I bought it. It's not going to be someone adding any, cheats in there or anything to stop me from beating the game. Or they're not going to be able to do nothing. I'm going to have one game and I'm going to be playing it on original hardware. I got an original game, original hardware, and I know it will never change. So when I play this game and I master AI doesn't change. It doesn't learn after this point. Okay, I mastered it on this game. That's what happens. That is a beauty. That is an art. That's what actually makes video games art, I think. Okay, it's people being able to take themselves, being able to master it and understand the mechanics and everything and the physics within a lot of these softwares for these game developers. Okay. I mean, sheesh. Authentic is the way to go. And also, hardware. You're playing on original hardware. You really can't do anything to the original hardware. So you get there. Con, though, on the other side is maintenance. That vintage hardware is going to need to be maintained. Your discs are going to have to be maintained. Your cartridges are going to have to be maintained. You're going to have to keep them in boxes. You're going to keep them away from dust. You're going to have to keep them safe. You're going to have to maintain them at all times, because once the physical part of it goes, it is like the soul. That's it. That's it. All right. So, another pro, which is something I mentioned earlier, investment potential. You got the potential to make a lot of money. Okay. On those, that's one. But I will say a con to that is the limit availability, because it's not digital. You can't just put out millions on top of millions on top of millions and copy. You can't do that. Right? I can take a ROM and copy it 1,000 times on my computer. You can't do that with a physical copy. I can't copy it and have 1,000 copies of it in my house. I can't. It's one physical copy. Okay, so that is the limited availability is a thing. All right, I think another positive to retro game collecting, this is one I got here. It's a community and social aspect, because it seems like the retro gaming community are very positive around collecting physical games. A lot of people are behind it. Other people who collect are behind those people who collect, and they want to continue this. They don't want to lose it. They're also very big on their rights, what rights they have to own and to play games. And it's a big deal to collectors and enthusiasts. Okay. Now, on the other side of that, space. My man, Joe, prime example. My man Joe got the whole wall filled with physical. It's beautiful, man. You look at it, you go, damn, that's life. It makes you look like you're looking at generations of life on the wall, which is a beautiful thing. On the same side, I could come with a USB stick that got that same lifespan on it. And it's a USB stick, right? It's this big. All right, so I can put that up there in the middle of the wall, and we got a whole empty wall. Space is a big difference, man. That's a big one. But if you're cool with, you don't mind space, that is something. But that's one thing I could say that's a big pro for digital and a con for physical. And last but not least, the ownership is a pro. Like, you actually own it. You have the full ownership of the game. You actually holding the game, owning the game. Not know you got to sign online to license your shit. None of that. You're not relying on third-party services to authenticate your shit. None of that. Okay, we talking about rightfully owning your game, be able to play that shit whenever you want. Downside of that, though, is compatibility, because when that software can no longer play on the hardware, it's an issue. It's a big issue. When hardware gets newer, those titles are not going to continue to play unless they make all their systems backwards compatible, which is not, be honest, it's not feasible. It's just not feasible over a long period of time. Okay. Now, I'm going to go through this last part a little quicker. All right. Emulators and digital libraries. Let's talk. So a pro would be the affordability, because emulators are free. Let's start there. They're free. Digital libraries offer games at a fraction of the cost. How many times have you went somewhere online and you can see, oh man, I can buy Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare 3, brand new for $47.69. But if you were to walk in the store, it's going to be $70. Right? Digital games a lot of times come with a lot of affordability, the fraction of a price. Like, people can be able to get these games a lot cheaper. So that's a huge benefit when it comes to digital. Now, a con to that, the lack of authenticity. Something we talked about on the other end. When you're getting digital games, you don't know if somebody put something in that digital game, right? You don't know if it's really the authentic one directly from the manufacturer. Maybe there's some mods put into it. Maybe they went ahead and got the game and they start pushing it out to everybody else, or they're running it on their servers. You're connecting to a cloud server and playing it off there. You don't know. It could be a lot of mess, because when you're dealing with digital, you might lack the authenticity. That's a good one. Okay. Another pro is convenience. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, convenience is automatically one. There's not even a debate for convenience between physical and digital. Okay. Like, give you an example. People say, no, there's a debate. No, there's not. If I had a PlayStation right now, just PlayStation 1 original, and I'm playing Ridge Racer, okay? Oh, I'm time playing Ridge Racer. I want to play the top-down shooter loaded. I have to go, okay, let me power down, open it up, take the game out, get my Ridge Racer case, open it up, put Ridge Racer in there, close. Got my stuff in alphabetical order, so I got to put Ridge Racer back in place. Bam. Let me go through my alphabetical order. Let me get loaded. Let me open loaded. Oh, damn. Loaded ain't up in here. Oh, let me put loaded back. I look around, looking around my desk. Damn, I did take loaded out and set it down on my desk upside down to not get scratched. But right now, I got a chocolate bar sitting on top of it. It ain't melted, but I got a chocolate bar sitting on top of the desk. Oh, damn. Let me see if I messed up my disk. Oh, it ain't messed up. Okay, this loaded right here. How I look? Oh, it look good. Okay, we're gonna put this in. Boom, doom, 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 boom, boom. How long did that take, y'all? I mean, holy hell, man. What we could have. Let me take you to my digital side, okay? Oh man, I'm playing. Damn, I want to play loaded. Hold on. Start. Quit. R1, 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 R1. Loaded. Yeah, this shit fire. I love loaded. We done. We done, man. It is no way convenience can be better on physical. It's just impossible. Okay, but that's what digital brings. That's kind of the future, right? Now, the con to that is ownership. What if one day you cut it on and your shit don't work? You cut it on and you go to play it. Damn, don't have what the hell? The server down, but it's free though. I should be able to. It's free. This is not fair. It's a free. Everybody should be able to play. This is not fair. They're charging for it now. Oh no, this is not right. I don't like this. You don't have a choice. It's digital, baby. They control it. Suck their left nut. It's just the way it goes. So that's the sad part. Ownership. You don't really have the ownership. You don't. Okay. Now, digital. This is another benefit. This is one that goes to digital. And I must say, one thing is enhanced features. With a digital game, guess what? Bugs can be updated. Texture packs can be updated very easily. Just a simple download. Speed of the game, maybe characters, right? Weapons, stages. Hell, maybe we want to give a new ending. Maybe we want to do like Cyberpunk and fix a whole entire glitched physical piece of shit. We can do it by an update. So digital brings enhanced features. Oh, we don't have 4K. Don't worry. We'll have it next month. You don't have to come back up to GameStop, sir, and pick up that 4K copy. Sit your ass at home. Click download. Enjoy. It's the way it is, man. All right. It's beautiful. Now, on the other side of that, you don't get to get that nostalgia of holding the game, man. You know, one thing that I recall, the last video that I have being at a game released at GameStop, the video was me getting Mortal Kombat 11 when it was released. And I was in GameStop in line. I remember the guy actually got me in to get the game early. I don't know how the hell he did it. You know what? I could chop that video up now, put that on TikTok. No, that's a good video. But nonetheless, the guy didn't even have a receipt. He was using me as like the bait to get him in. We got all the way there, and this guy was coming to buy one and didn't even get it. He got all the way in there, got there. But, you know, nonetheless, he helped me out. I remember that. Very iconic day. night, I should say. I remember the people in there, the jokes that were being made, like-minded people, even though, you know, he was definitely on something, coke or liquor. But nonetheless, you know, we were able to relate and bond at a moment without me being on drugs. And it was great. And guess what? The next Modern Warfare came out, and at midnight, I had it downloaded and I started playing, and I didn't speak to a soul. Hell, I didn't even put on voice chat. I hated talking to people. It was just a bunch of shitheads coming on early. I don't want to talk to them. Sorry, it's too early on. And I just played by myself, you know? Didn't feel the same. I didn't feel like any of those guys, you know, when we came out that store that day. So you do lose that. All right? You lose that. I would say accessibility is a big pro to digital. If you got a bunch of physical games on the wall, my man Joe, he got the whole physical. Guess what? Joe takes a trip right now to Florida. Joe says, man, I want to let the beach bod out. I want to see what's going on, man. He walks out there, Fabio style, you know, Baywatch, and then, you know, he's living the life, man. And then he all of a sudden says, man, you know what? I'm tired of all living this life, man. I'm tired of people looking at me and just I'm just feeling just so overwhelmed with people adoring me. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna play the game to myself. He goes home or to his hotel room, right? Sits at his hotel room and goes, man, I want to play Super Mario Brothers 3 because I want to duck behind that wall. I want to hold down for about 5 seconds where you duck behind that wall on the stage and you run behind everything. I just feel like doing that shit. That was nostalgia right there. So Joe cuts on, you know, the Nintendo, and the new Mario comes on. Joe's turned into an elephant. Joe's not used to this. Yes, the graphics are beautiful. Joe's having a great time, but he didn't get the feeling. He didn't get fulfilled. Okay? I understand, Joe. I understand right where you are. That's the problem with accessibility. Okay? Digital allows you to be able to click that button and you can be all the way in Toronto with Gary. Say, hey, Gary, come over here, man. What they lock you up for? What game came out when you got locked up? That was the Mario. Which one? The Galaxy they got you for? Look at this shit. Come on, man. Grab you a controller, bro. Shit. Fuck Nintendo. We playing this shit. Dirty motherfuckers. We out. Hey, you out playing too. Motherfucker can't do shit to you. You know, simple as that. That's what digital accessibility brings. Now, one thing I will say, there's a gray area with the legal and ethical considerations behind digital, right? Gets frowned upon. The FBI comes in my house and grabs my computer and they say, hey, what the hell are you doing with 365,372 games? I say, sir, I purchased that many. I'm sorry you weren't around when I made the purchases. It's not me. I was buying them at a time where you were probably not even alive, officer, with your young dumb ass. Okay? I was buying it at KB Toys. You know what that is? Eggheads. You ever heard of Toys R Us, sir? Oh, you know, your young ass, no prime, no. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. That's the way it would go. But there is legal and ethical consideration. So I do got to say that that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Where physical, put that shit in. Ain't nobody tripping over your physical, man. Unless you're making copies now. Making copies, we got a prop. Other than that, it's all good. So, that out the way. I'm going to go ahead. I want to get my man G.I. Joe in here to go ahead and we'll discuss digital versus physical, man. I ain't going to say it first. Which one would you go with? Let me discuss. My man G.I. Joe.
What's going on, man?
I know.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you good, man. Loud and clear. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you? Great show so far.
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm glad you're home, man. Hey, first of all, before we get into it, any plans for like Halloween, even in a restaurant? Like, do y'all got some theme going on for Halloween or what's up?
No themes were going on. Just the girls got dressed up. I told them, hey, if you want to get dressed up for Halloween, you're more than welcome to. So all my girls got dressed up for Halloween, so I thought that was pretty cool.
That's
Breaks,
cool.
breaks up the monotony, of doing the same old bullshit every day.
Yeah, that's true, man. Come in, then people come in like, oh, hi, and you're right. It does break it up, man. Because I used to be one of those people like, man, I ain't dressing up no more, man. I'm too damn old. I ain't going, but I'm not gonna lie. Certain characters, you kind of feel like I might do it. You know what I mean?
I wanted to paint my face, but it would like melt on the line from it being so hot. So I'm like, I got to skip that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If you on the line, and next thing you know, you come out there like Two-Face, where half of it's like this, and the other half is, you know what I'm saying? Well, no, but Joe, man, you one that we see all the physical in the back. Yep. All right. I want you know what, Joe? Before I even get to this, because I want to get to the physical side, Joe. I want to talk about this yeast-infected beer, Joe, because you're a person that has a restaurant, and my girl Amaranth, Caitlin Saragusa, says she's going to be coming out with a beer, and she's partnering with the Order of Yoni for this beer, and it's going to use actual yeast from her vagina as part of this creation for beer. How do you feel, Joe? Is it bullshit marketing wise? They're gonna really put some yeast in there? What's going down?
Well, they better start scraping her down every 5 minutes because they're gonna need a lot of that to start making it. Like I said before in the comment section, I made 30 bottles of the homebrew wine, and I needed 2 ounces to make all that. That's a lot, 2 ounces. I mean, she's gonna have nothing left down there. It's gonna be a fucking hot dog in a hallway.
Yeah, you ain't lying, man. Now they said the process is they're going to get, some acid from a pap smear, right?
Yeah.
I guess some bacterial acid from a pap smear. Now, if you do that, how does that amount to being yeast in a beer? Because what I take it is, we understand this bacteria has this type of, unless a dude touching it on his tongue, like how do you make a bacteria taste like a bacteria?
How yeast works is like, for instance, you have to put it inside of water and you have to put sugar in there and like any type of natural sugar. Yeast eats the sugar. It's like a human being eating food. That's how it gets its energy. That's how it makes the whole fermentation process going along. But they can only do limited quantities. If they really do this, they can only do like 10. I mean, that it's just. First of all, who is this person? I don't even know who this person even is.
Yo, Amaranth, and you know what? I have never, ever in my life watched a stream. I have never in my life caught her live, right? And I ain't gonna say I've seen it on Twitch. Like you go to Twitch, I'll see Amaranth. I've never once let me click on it and see what's going on live because it's just not my thing, right?
Yeah, the funny thing is I never even heard of this person. I heard of that other one, Philadelphia, whatever the fuck her name is, with the bathtub water. I heard of her like this other girl's like, who the hell is this? It's so stupid.
They're a bunch of hot chicks with racks sticking out, and they're feeding on exactly what they're doing. Hey, I'm a hot girl. I got a bunch of dudes who thirsting over me. I'll give you I'll tease you all day. Just pay me money and I'll continue to tease you.
Yep.
But she right now is trying to she makes 1.5 million a month.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money.
Now she is doing this. If this sells well, could she possibly have her own beverage company?
Yeah, if she has enough money and someone's helping her out. She didn't think of this herself. I'm being honest with you.
I agree. I don't think she's thinking of it herself. I think somebody's pitching her some ideas, or maybe, I don't doubt all women that dabble in this area. I'm sure she gets approached by a lot of porno companies, right?
Yeah.
Who are trying to Playboy, right? It's been a lot of women that are iconic, hot women that consistently have, whether it be Bang Bros, right? Or eporner.com or whoever going after these women to get, basically
because it's a cash cow.
Yeah. To cash out on them. So I don't blame them on that, but
this is deep fake.
Yeah, hey, you're right. You're right. I forgot all about the defense. I might need to put that video on a throwback. That was a good one, man.
Yeah.
So, Joe, question comes: would you drink it?
Hell no. Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, right? That's totally fake. They're just like making it like taste similar or smell similar. No, because you know what it is? That's a propaganda train. That's like, the Gen Zers. When we were growing up, Nick, we didn't do this shit.
Yeah, I agree. We did.
I mean, you're older than me, but it's like, we basically grew up in the same time frame. But it's just like it's so stupid. There's these fucking guys are simping over these stupid bitches.
Yo, and you said it best, man. Simping to the fullest. Simping
on that gin and juice.
Yo, it's amazing to me because one thing I say, and this is something I got to think. I've seen guys who have been going through it, like where they want to date, right? But they can't.
Yeah.
Just don't have, whether they ain't got it, they don't got somebody around them, they're shy. It's just many different ways. So then they tend to befriend women, right? And they tend to do things for these women that are friends, typically like they would do a girlfriend, right? Hey, I'll pay for your dinner. I'll pay for your lunch. I'll pay for your so-and-so, in the efforts to win them over. And a lot of times it doesn't work, right?
Yep.
Do you think that those type of guys, because we know a lot of those are the ones spending money, right, on her, do we think those type of guys, what would you recommend to someone spending money on Amaranth right now? I'm spending, let's say, $100 to $200 a month on her, donating to her, seeing her, and speaking with her. What would you say could be an out for me to where I don't need to spend $200, but I can get the same fix?
I would say go and pay a premium dating site and try to find somebody.
Yeah, I agree. Premium, and you're right. That is the best bet, because when you pay for premium dating sites, you're gonna weed out most of the people right there, because people playing ain't gonna pay.
Yeah,
right? Real people, they're gonna pay, and also they make you do certain things to verify who you are, your identity, and other things. So you ain't got people scamming.
Yeah, you're not Mohammed in a basement, trying to get people's social security numbers.
Exactly, because that's what's happening. Now, Joe, outside of that, next thing, Nintendo, they went ahead and said, yo, you can no longer have a tournament in your house, Joe.
Yo, I listened to that, no lie. I listened to that this morning. I was pissed off about it. I was at work. I'm like, oh, I saw like the little title thing on the YouTube video. The guy gets sued.
Yeah, Ludwig.
Whatever it was. I'm like, you kidding me? It's like Nintendo always suing somebody. They fucking sue their own grandma if they were able to.
Yo, that's crazy. And he's doing his own tournament. Like, I'm just hosting the tournament, and I'm like, hey, I want everybody to come along. And let's say I modify it and I speed the game up because I want it to go through faster. Oh.
This is how it should be. For that system, they can't really do anything about it, and it shouldn't be that way, because in the terms of services, when you press the down page over 10,000 documents, it was never included in there. So they technically shouldn't even be allowed by law to do that.
Bingo. And that's what I would think, right? This is the only thing that stopped me on that, Joe. Money.
Yep.
Money. Same thing with the Team Executor shit, right? We were talking about sending the devices with the actual shit on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you could have sent it blank and let people download it and put it on it, but no, you sent it with it. And I feel like, I don't know. That's a tough one, man.
To be honest, it doesn't feel like money. This feels like control. I mean, Xbox never did this as far as I know. PlayStation never did this as far as I know. They want to control everything. I'm sorry, you can't do a private tournament. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I agree. That's crazy that I can't do a private tournament. And then not only I can't do it, it's some of the stipulations. Like, it's a cease and desist, but you don't say stop doing it.
Yeah.
I heard of that, right? I heard a cease and desist mean put that shit away. Don't ever talk about it no more. I ain't heard a cease and desist mean you can't do it your way. You got to do it our way. Like, how is that a cease and desist? That ain't cease and desist. That's cease and do it my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I find that weird. I find it weird how we have these video games with options, right? How many times have you played a fighting game, Joe? And I'm gonna use Street Fighter, Capcom. Shout out to Capcom because they actually fucking listen to people.
Yep.
But Capcom, Street Fighter, a lot of people said when Street Fighter early on, Street Fighter 2, I want it sped up. It's a little too slow.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo comes. They actually gave you a turbo meter that you could change the speed, right? If you want to go real fast, if you want to go real slow, you wanted to. And you started getting all new gameplay, different types of people playing. And Smash Bros. Also has features, I believe, that can probably take out stages, take out, certain characters. Maybe it's certain things you don't want to see. Isn't that modifying the game?
Yeah, it is. And they're also pissed off, too, about people using aftermarket controllers because there's certain people that have special needs and they can't use a regular controller for motor skill problems or whatever. It's like, dude, Nintendo, it's like, seriously, I hope you guys go fucking bankrupt. Your people are pieces of shit. You really are, Instead of worrying about the stupid tournament, worry about your new system not being hacked.
Yeah, I agree. They do need to worry about that. And Marcus, shout out. And I seen Chris. Yo, Chris, shout out Chris. John 5, I see you there. Marcus, yo, what's up? I don't know what's going on, Marcus. Yo, I'm going to have to address, I'm going to be honest, Marcus. I've been slacking. Okay, the sponsorship, I'm going to keep it real, man. Sponsorships had a boy feeling good, man. Hey, it's a whole different life. I see why people leave and don't come back and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, sponsorship shit, if it wasn't for my dedication, fuck the podcast, I'd be like, shit, why I gotta do that? I get paid, baby. Shit, this is the life. This is what nah, man, I gotta come every Sunday. This is something that's personal. This is something every time I'm with you, Joe, I think about that. I'm thinking, damn, this Sunday, this is Joe becoming Sunday, man. Let me get my ass here, man. Let me DJ C Money gonna be here. Let me get my ass here. You know what I'm saying? So I love it, right? But I don't know what's going on. I've been off of Facebook for a minute. I need to get back. Matter of fact, Joe, now I'm glad I got you here, Joe. I'm adding you back on that Facebook. Post that shit, bro. We posting. We back. That shit hot. We gonna burn that shit.
Yeah, definitely add me as an admin or a moderator, whatever the hell it's called. I'm up to 670 followers now.
Oh, look at him, boy, growing. Oh. Yeah, no lie. You was everybody was screaming your name when that 17 came out, man.
That was a fucking mess. It was a fucking mess.
And Joe, and we didn't cover the 17, but just to talk about it. What was the timeline, everything? Because I know 17 released, and then once it released, usually when we get these updates, we get either one of two things. We get, hey, don't update, but it's safe. Where you update it, it's fine, everything still works. Or you get the update, hey, this don't work. You're waiting on the SIG patches. You wait about a day, bam, we good. Everybody, all the developers start updating everything, and things start coming around. What was the difference this time?
The difference this time was on version 17, if you would update, you would be using the old signature patches because the tool hasn't been updated yet to make the signature patches. I think Atmosphere came out October 13th, and the signature patches didn't get made until about 3 days beforehand of today's date, 3 or 4 days. And people are updating. They could only play certain games, and for instance, like the Sonic game and the Mario game would be broken on a black screen. People would be going nuts. Oh, what do I do? I already came to my head just like that. You need to downgrade the Emunan. Not a problem. Emunan doesn't have fuses in it because it's emulation. Doesn't matter. You can't break something that's emulated. So I was telling everybody to downgrade and everything. Oh, I don't understand how you downgrade a stock NAND. I'm like, you can't. Sorry about that. But yeah, in the latest firmware, Atmosphere did 2 updates. They did the demo, then they did the final version. But we were getting every error known to mankind. We were getting the pink screen. We were getting the yellow screen, the Atmosphere. I remember a while ago I was talking about the yellow screen with Atmosphere. We got that.
Yeah.
The notorious blue screen with the white numbers on it. Then another problem happened with Exospheres. That was a big problem. It ends in 025. Exospheres needed to be updated.
Damn.
To get everything all up and running again. But I had some people complain to me, oh, your pack's not working. It's like, dude, I stay offline. I can't test every single fucking thing.
Yeah.
I was talking with some of my other friends. I forget his name, the YouTube channel. He's got about 13,000 followers. He has a lot of hacking videos. I'm friends with him. But yeah, it's crazy. It was horrible. I don't know what they did. but they fucked it up. But it's back again. They're not gonna stop it.
Yeah, and it is back, right? I see everybody back out there using everything. Everything's updating. I see all the software is coming back. Like you're right, it's about to be right back to normal. One thing I know is this one was different, right? You mentioned like it wasn't as fast. People panicked. Also,
the reason why is the signature tool program to rip the firmware and make it into signature patches. That tool wasn't updated, and whoever makes that tool, until Justice or whoever it is, never updated it. Then I just figured out, oh, we need to update it. People kept asking me, oh, when's it gonna get updated? I'm like, dude, I don't make the fucking patches, man. I don't fucking know. Wait.
Yeah, and I think that's iTotal Justice. I think
Yeah,
he does it.
something like that. Yeah.
But
People don't realize, you know,
too.
people don't realize that, you know, these other people have lives and shit.
They do.
You know?
They ain't trying to sit by the computer all day and answer your request. Like that's not their job. Just answer requests. Okay. Now, Joe, retro game collecting, man. You got a child right now, man. Your child come out. Nanny, digital. What do you say, Joe? And why?
I would say physical. The reason why is like you can hold it in your hands and like you could tell your son or whatever. It's 2023. You can have, you know, a banana for a baby. It's okay.
Yeah.
So
he's right. He's got a point there. Yeah, you can have a banana for a baby, and nobody can tell you that's not a baby, right? They can go to jail. That's hate speech. That's hate speech.
But yeah, like you can hold the physical items in your hand. For instance, I'll turn around the camera. I don't know if you can see it, but this is like a little retro setup I have over here with the systems. Nice. All my big stuff's downstairs, but you know, the retro stuff's cool. Like, you know, I had the stuff I grew up with. My dad bought me most of it when I was a kid. I still have all of it. You know, I have all my cartridges from when I was a kid. Now, this was digital. It wouldn't even be there. I mean, yeah, it would be there a little bit, but it'd be, you know, on the cloud if you can get it. Physical is definitely you have the item permanently. I'm not talking about piracy and talking about hack stuff. I'm talking about legitimate stuff. Legitimate digital, legitimate physical. Physical you always have. It doesn't matter. Servers go down, you know, internet goes down.
Always.
There's certain places in the world where they don't have internet at all, or it's 56K dial-up. For instance, with me, my internet sucks. I have Comcast. It just sucks in Pennsylvania.
Comcast.
And it's horrible. It's just slow. I don't even play online. That's one of the reasons why I don't play online, because it's too slow. You know?
Just got tired of that shit. You know, I ain't gonna blame you, Joe, man. If your internet bad and you playing online, that shit'll make you throw your controller, man. I'm the type too. I mean, man, time to bow, break the whole shit. But I will say, I understand that. I understand why you would tell them physical. And that is one thing that I could say with physical and digital. Like, I probably, if I had to say, how many times did you download the NES ROM pack? I couldn't tell you. So many times.
Here. Yeah.
If that was an actual physical thing, though, right? How much would that have cost? You're right. I would never do it. So you got a point there. You do care more when it's physical. You take care of it. You're not just going, oh man, something's wrong. I'll delete it. Shit, re-download. I'll get another. You don't do that when it's physical. You go, nah, you might get the alcohol with the Q-tip. You know, yeah, cleaning the cartridge. Start getting, you know, it's a totally different thing. So no, I agree with you on that with physical and digital. Now, when it comes to you got to travel, Joe. You're a person that you love physical, but you're also, I can't say you're a hybrid. You know, we all are hybrid at this point because, you know, it's 2023, like you said, just kind of got to be a hybrid. So as a person that does a lot of retro game collecting, retro playing, when you go on the road, how do you get your retro game fix? What system do you do? And how many consoles can you have on that one system and play successfully?
Well, the last time I had to go on a long trip was to a concert, right? I left the Steam Deck at home because the battery sucks on there. I left my Switch at home. I don't want it to break because, you know, getting the V1s are still expensive. So I brought my PSP Go with me, and I brought my Nintendo DS. All the games were pirated, obviously. They were on an SD card, so I had a big collection to choose from. So with that, digital definitely helps out because you're not lugging around all these cartridges and shit.
Yeah.
Especially if you lose a cartridge that's really rare or worth a lot of money or sentimental value. then you don't have to worry about losing it because you have a digital copy on your card. So it's best of both worlds. It's really hard to pick one or the other, but someone had a gun to my head, LOL. I would say physical.
Now, Joe, do you think each of these console makers, or let's say Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, however you want to say it, Nintendo, do you think they should allow you to be able to have the best of both worlds, where you could buy your physical, you could actually download that to your console, full game, no internet connection required? That way you could be able to still have best of both worlds. So you could have a digital copy that you could take with you anywhere, but you could keep that physical copy locked up, not used, and in good condition. Do you think all game consoles should work like that, or do you think we would exploit it?
110% agree with you. They should do that. Back in the day when Blu-ray, I believe, and DVDs first came out, mostly with DVDs and the computers that got a little bit better to do videos and stuff, you'd buy a DVD and you would get a card that had the digital code on it for the digital copy. Then you would have a physical copy. So if you want to bring this over to, Nana and Papa's house to watch the Grinch on Christmas, you can watch it and keep your DVD at home. They can do that.
You're right. You're right. I mean, that's why I said I remember that. How many times have we done that where it's a music CD, right?
Yeah.
Christmas disc, and we're like, oh, I got the Christmas jams. Well, you know what? This is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and back it up on my computer. I'll back it up. That way it's on my Windows Media Player. I got all my songs, and I'll just give her the disc. She can have it. Since she don't have a computer, she can play it on her CD player. But now I got all my songs. And worst case scenario, I burn another disc with all my songs. It's the same, and I rightfully own it. But at that point, when I copy it, that's where the exploitation happens, right? Because now we have two discs.
The one thing I don't like about digital is, for instance, is sharing. It's like, oh, I'm done beating this game or whatever. I'll call it to a friend and he can play it for a little bit or whatever. Yeah. The sharing and the secondhand buying, that's what really pisses me off to no extent.
Yeah, that is a big loss. On digital, there's no way you can. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're selling your entire account, you could say, hey, I'll sell you my Steam account. I can tell you this, but your game is linked to your Steam account. There's no way you can detach it and say, here, Joe, here, attach it to your account, and then detach it and give it to me,
And you know what? There's no guaranteed way of doing that. I mean, if you were to buy someone's digital account, they'd say, hey, here's my username, here's my password, here's my email address. 4 or 5 years down the line, they pull everything. You just lost all that money.
Yeah, facts. So now, hold on. My man, Dr. Specimen, are you here with us, sir?
Hello.
What's going on, dude?
Specimen, good to see you, sir, or hear you. How are you doing today?
Not doing too bad. Just got off work. Had to take a shower because I spilled an entire glass of lemonade on me. It was great.
Oh, man. So now, since we're talking about beverages, this might be right on point. Dr. Specimen, sir.
Do I need a stiff drink? Yes.
Yeah, Amaranth has a vaginal yeast beer.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That was fake. It's fake. Right? It didn't happen. It was a paid fucking promotion that they didn't say was a paid promotion. The best thing Elon Musk ever did to Twitter was add community notes, and they busted that shit immediately.
Yo, that community notes is so bogus, man. Why they do it like that, man? Why they gotta do it? She was trying to make a little money, man. They
just actually changed the monetization policy that if your post gets community noted, it doesn't make money.
Oh,
and you know what? Here's the thing too, right? Is that I don't give a fuck if you dislike Musk's political opinions. If you do, that's perfectly fine. That is fair. But one thing that has shocked the shit out of me, regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, this is a completely bipartisan point, is that when you have any kind of fact-checking body, be it something like PolitiFact, be it something like moderators of a website or whatever, there's always going to be bias. And Community Notes has been one of the most unbiased fact-checking bodies I've ever seen. Now, one might argue that it's biased in what it chooses to fact check, but when it does fact check it, I have very rarely seen the fact check itself be incorrect, and if it is, it gets pulled down pretty quickly.
Yeah. And this was, because the entire process of even what they're speaking of, how they're making the beer, right? Oh, we're using acid through a pap smear that we're going to be taking, and we're going to be using that. And we're going to be, yeah, like a pap smear. Now, one thing I would say, Dr. Specimen, is would you drink it?
Fuck no. I couldn't have a more hard fuck no.
Oh my god! And you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest, man. I kind of want to just see somebody taste it, because I'll
watch someone else do it.
I don't want to do it because first of all, I drink another girl's yeast. My wife ain't having it, bro. She ain't gonna want to kiss me and none of that shit. She like, I already know that's that bitch yeast in that bottle. You ain't about to kiss me. You know what I'm saying? I can't drink the yeast in the bottle. You know what I mean? But I'll definitely pass it to the homie. Hey, man, go ahead and drink this, man.
Actually, I'm looking it up right now. Was the community notes taken down?
Are you serious?
Let me see.
Because there was definitely community notes there. Definitely, I can say. It was funny because I think one of the top comments was about the community notes.
Was it Dexerto that had the community note on it, or was it somewhere else?
I totally forgot. I just remember when I seen it, one of the top comments was about it. Was like, man, when the community notes busts you out. Like, also, man.
Am I thinking of someone else, or is Amaranth the one who threw her cat on Twitch?
I do not know. I sometimes get Amaranth and SS Sniper Wolf mixed up, because they're both just chicks.
Because I'm scrolling through this, and this just looks like someone who exists on OnlyFans. I don't know if this is someone who does Twitch streaming or not, but I swear someone with a very similar name threw a fucking cat on stream.
I wouldn't doubt it. And Amaranth, she looks like an OnlyFans. Like, if you see her, she looks OnlyFans.
So basically, this woman needs to stop touching pussy. I've said enough.
He's right. That's what it comes around. Now, Dr. Specimen, what if I was to play devil's advocate and tell you, you have no place to tell a woman how to use her body? Her body is her temple.
Oh, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. I have no problem with that. I just want nothing to do with it. I am not judging her for being an OnlyFans model. If that's what she wants to do, that's perfectly. I'm not complaining about that. That is her prerogative. It's also totally her prerogative to sell beer made of her vaginal yeast. I'm just never going to come within a fucking mile of that. And if I do come within a mile of it, I'm finding the quickest way to reach a mile.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody soon, we're gonna see somebody drink the yeast.
Yo, she identifies as a bar now.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. Shut up.
Yo, and she actually said she wants to start a beverage company. So this may not be the only one.
Bro, she's gonna be the fucking goop of like beverages, like
fingernails, eyelashes, hair follicles, armpit sweat. We're gonna get it all, man. Yes.
You've heard of Dr. Pepper, but have you heard of Dr. Simp?
All right, you know what, Joe, you win. You win the fucking night. I'm sorry.
Now,
no, my flash drive.
Oh yeah. Now I was going to say, Dr. Specimen, this is something that I also mentioned. And I want to get to you, but it was a couple other, I'm going to get your opinion on these. Another topic was Nintendo having a strong input on the rules about what can happen with Smash Brothers tournaments.
I am going to opt not to comment on this because I personally fucking despise the Smash community, and I cannot look at Nintendo's rules objectively.
Okay, now, is it because of all the disgusting abuse and pedophilia?
Yes.
Okay. Respect.
Yes.
Respect to that.
I love Smash Bros. As a video game. I will play it alone. I will play it with friends and family. I would literally I would rather drink Amaranth's beer than fucking join the Smash community.
No, I knew he was going there, man. That's
actually not true. I would rather join the Smash community, but still, point has been made.
Yo, the Smash community, I'm not gonna lie, and that's why I say it's disgusting, man. And not only that, Nintendo was actually at one point backing some of them.
I mean, honestly, at this point, fuck it. I will say this was a comment I saw made that I do think is very true, and it's that people are basically talking about, people are fighting about, you know, Nintendo, we get it, it's your IP, but it's an old game. Let it go. Let us do what we want with it. We're taking it in a direction different from you guys. You guys can forget about it. That's perfectly fine. Let us do our own thing. But the problem is, Smash Bros. Is still a thing. Nintendo still owns Smash Bros., but regardless of if they own it or not, they have a current Smash Bros. Game that still could have copies to sell. It still could have DLC to sell to people. And if people are looking at the Smash community, especially if I'm a parent and I'm looking at the Smash community and I'm thinking, wow, this is the kind of shit that happens. They're they're the stereotype. If we ignore like RPG, like League of Legends, like those kind of games, if we ignore those, they are pretty much the first. They are the first game you think of when you think of like the game that people who like don't shower and that kind of person, you know, that they don't shower and that kind of shit, like that is the first game you think of, right? And there's a reason for that, and Nintendo doesn't like that. And whether or not you think Nintendo is being petty or not by putting all of these rules down, when, you know, theoretically 90% of Smash tournaments, like mid-size, you know, because obviously the super big ones, I think those are like Smash Ultimate tournaments, but the mid-sized ones that people are super worried about are Melee tournaments. And they think of it, they don't realize that Nintendo still owns the IP, and quite frankly, Nintendo does fucking hate the Smash community. You know, people keep like going around like, oh my god, Nintendo hates the Smash community, how could they do this? But the way I look at it is, how could they not hate the Smash community? They are literally the biggest stain on Nintendo's reputation besides Team Executor.
Yo, and I ain't gonna lie, the things that happen in the Smash community is not only like alleged, it's fact. It's been proven. People have been locked up.
The best way I've seen it put is they have proven that they cannot self-police. So Nintendo has to police
I agree.
them. Play the game on your own. Get 10 people to play it with. Get 50 people to play it with. Go get a fucking Airbnb somewhere and have a little like Twitch tournament. Do a subathon. Do some shit that you raise for charity. But it has been proven that once you reach a certain threshold or of people, or once you get out of a certain like friend group, you know, once it extends from friend group to, you know, hey, let's get a community together, be it, you know, you're in a fucking city, you know, you are going to get people there who are going to fundamentally make Nintendo look bad. And John, to answer your question, long story short, pedophiles are a serious problem in the Smash community. And now this is alleged. This is alleged what I'm about to say, because I don't know well enough the situation, but allegedly someone was outed as a pedophile. They came back with very weak evidence that they were not a pedophile, and the community let him back in. Now I'm being very vague because I don't know the exact circumstances.
I think Nintendo was actually backing them.
I've been hearing a lot of people saying essentially they have let a pedophile back into their community, and it has not been proven significantly that this person is not a danger to kids.
Oh wow, that's
you know, I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but all I know is that there are certain communities that I have not seen enough good from. Yes, I get it. The Smash community do fuck tons of charity events. I'm in the fucking Guitar Hero community. We are basically non-existent right now, and we can do charity events. We do AGDQ events. You know, you don't need to be a big community to do like charity shit. So that's not good enough. Yeah. You need to prove as a community that you can self-police these kind of people. They have failed miserably, and I very rarely, besides these charity events, do I see people talk about, oh, look at this amazing thing that happened in the Smash community. That very rarely happens. And shit, you've got the people fucking bullying a kid because he wants to use Steve as his character because people think he's overpowered because they don't want to fucking upgrade their playstyle.
Oh, you gonna use Steve? They were booing him and everything, bro. That was so crazy, man. He right. That was woo. That was an actual historic moment in esports.
Yes, it's just this petty bullshit of people not wanting to just let shit move on. They're so attached to Melee, they won't let Ultimate exist, and they're thinking of banning characters. Like okay, Bayonetta, from what I heard back in the Wii U days, was like actually full on, like you could stop time and like it was full broken. Steve is not full broken. You can learn to play against Steve, but they don't want to. It's the most fucking selfish community I've ever seen. Where like they took someone else's game, they took Nintendo's game and said, "This is ours now. And we're gonna morph it into our exact image." Of course, Nintendo's not gonna like that.
Yeah. And that's what I said. On that, I could totally agree. And that's what I said on that side. That's where Nintendo, I'm like, you can play devil's advocate, but are the rules directly for that Smash community? Or is it really a bigger thing? Are they planning on any other communities? Is this something that anybody else thinking of anything with any other IP?
Okay, well, actually, let me say three things. Number one, something I will actually go against Nintendo on is they have restrictions on the controllers you can use, and that I think is a little fucked up for two reasons. One, that is truly just something where it's like, okay, you don't need to regulate that, but fine. Again, I stand by what I said. It is technically your IP. You can do whatever you want, but where I find a moral failure is that there are people with disabilities who need to use certain controllers for their disability. Nintendo does not make those, and because I think basically the rule amounts to you can only use first party or licensed Nintendo controllers. I am not aware. I think Microsoft has a couple. In fact, I guess think Microsoft makes a couple first party controllers like that.
No, Microsoft actually, I think they make controllers for special needs people.
Yeah, they do, and they make them in house. Nintendo, I don't know if they even have a licensed one. So I do think it's actually kind of fucked up that they're putting this rule down and they're not thinking about people who need unlicensed controllers to play the game, and if they don't have them, they can't play, and you are essentially not allowed. You're skill capping them to the tournaments that it's like if you're over or under a certain amount of people, there's some, like, if you get like a license with them or something, I think some of the rules get lifted. So I don't know what direction it goes, but either way, you either need to be really good or not as good, or resign yourself to playing in not as good tournaments in order to use the controller that you need to use to play the game. So that's fucked up. Okay. Now, number two, I definitely could see this bleeding into other tournaments, but I mean, long story short, the Splatoon community, I think, would be like the next in line. But I also think that if on a scale of 1 to 100, where 0 to 100, where 100 is like League of Legends and 0 is, I don't know, what's the most like pure fandom? I don't even know what that would be.
Yeah.
Cuphead, I guess. I mean, there's not like a big fandom behind it, but I guess that kind of helps it. So, okay, if it's like Cuphead to League of Legends, Splatoon, I would say, is like at a 30 something. Like, there are clearly the bad actors, but overall, I never look at like somebody who's a huge. I mean, my best friend's a huge Splatoon fan, so that kind of biases me. But I've never seen somebody who's a hardcore Splatoon fan and have automatically said to myself, like, oh, this person's going to be cringe, or this person's going to be an asshole, or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I don't think Nintendo has a reputational reason to regulate the Splatoon community beyond any measure of like literally saying like you can't host a community with a bunch of pirated copies, simple shit like that, or hey, we expect our community, if someone is like proven to be a pedophile or like a convicted serial killer, that they cannot be involved with your tournaments. Okay, fine, that's common sense. But I do think that the Smash community has uniquely resigned itself to a point of, I don't want to say necessarily needing this, but no, I lied. Yeah, I think they kind of resigned themselves to a position of needing this.
And they, they're doing what they do best, bitching. All right, they gonna let them have it. Nintendo about to hit all this.
Their own Smash tournament just to piss off Nintendo.
Oh yeah, you know what? We go ahead, and mine is actually gonna be. I think I'm gonna do about $5,001. I might do about 5,001. You know what I mean? Just $1 over 5,000, just so I can get the smoke. You know what I'm saying? I could do, you know what? A matter of fact, no, I changed it. I'm gonna do $4,999. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all can't come holler at me, man. Mine's $4,999.
Hey, are you allowed to like, say your prize pool is $5,000, but it's actually higher to like offset taxes? I mean,
Hey, you right. I might have, hey, they didn't give any technicals on that. They didn't give technicals. Now,
what if my prize pools of stolen merch? I didn't pay for it, so it doesn't have the value.
You know what? You right. And I don't think Nintendo care. I think they'll let you get off the stolen merch. I think
Probably not. But we'll
yeah,
go
go
with
ahead. Let's get it off. Smash Bros. Yeah, continue to ruin yourself. Please throw yourself in a dumpster. Burn in hell. Now, Dr. Specimen. The last thing we were talking about is pros and cons. If you had a child, you told your child to collect games, and you said, hey, you had a choice. They had either to collect all physical, all digital, and they're going to collect for the entire remainder of their lives this type. What would be the one? If you had one to go with, would it be better to say physical? Because in the long run, hey, maybe they could sell that and be rich. Right? Maybe they can. Or would it be digital? Maybe they'll have enough games to last an entire community, a whole village. What do you think?
and then I would give them $5,000 to buy a good gaming computer, because that's the only place where digital's actually like done good.
And you know what, Dr. Specimen, I do want to talk about that. I want to unpack that. So I am now using a lot of digital codes on the PC. Was not before.
Oh, I still gotta register the one you sent me. Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I forgot I sent that to you. So, but I now have been playing a lot of games on PC, and I see a lot of the deals. I see that there's a game that could be $60 that all of a sudden I log in one day and it's on sale for $7. Right?
I just got Alan Wake 2 for $0.00.
Oh, hey Joe, what's that method? How you
Overgames.com.
Download your piracy here, Doc. Oh, stop. And yo, did y'all see in Twitch? Oh man, who bombed in the chat?
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the chat. We got so distracted.
They raided us, man. Somebody, I don't know, man. Who that? We have that happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of dude that if it was WWE, I would walk out on stage and I would hear boo.
Shit. Hey,
and I'd be like,
Two's podcast. Thank you for the raid.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for the raid, man, because really appreciate that, bro. Like, I love that. You know what I mean? Just to show, and you know what? I'm going to pay it back one of these damn days. All right? Thank you for the follow, man. That's real. But yo, Dr. Specimen, now, you went ahead and said your answer, but I'm going to ask you this. You right now, how much physical do you collect?
I don't know the last time I bought a physical game, honestly.
Okay. I respect that.
I do have most of my like serious Switch library on physical. I don't know where they are.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Dr. Specimen. I got a couple of games too, man. And guess where they at? They in that bin. You know the bin I'm talking about.
The one where those cables got crushed.
Yeah, the one where your USB drive is all the way at the bottom. The one you need. The hard drive, no cover or nothing. It's just
you got your important legal documents squished between an old Xbox.
Yeah, they folded your last medical visit, folded up in there like this. You know what I mean? Just in there. You pull it out. Yeah, that is when I went.
You just had that paper in your hand already.
I had notes. I did have notes, so I'm good. But yo, that it's in the drawer. I'm not gonna lie, I got it in there. I mentioned the last games I've been buying have all been digital. I have not found a need, and I do have a nice setup in the front where I got the game set up. You know, it looks all nice. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to put any games up there now. As I
buy at least a physical game like every week or maybe every 2 weeks at Goodwill. Like I do game hunting, like retro game hunting.
Oh, nice.
Last week I got I forget what it was, but it was a couple of games for the PS2 and the Wii U. A couple bucks here and there. I
It's,
love collecting physical.
retro game hunting is fun. I ain't gonna lie. I know a buddy that did retro game hunting.
Nick, I want to tell you something. I forgot to tell you like a couple of minutes ago or whatever. The retro gaming community, like you know how these people are hoarding the retro games, everything dropped down in price. Facebook Marketplace, all the retro stuff went down a lot. I think the fad's over.
Damn.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Well, it was
That-
funny. I saw a random tweet the other day that was talking about someone was selling they were like giving away a retro game, and it was one of those games graded by Wata Games. And I thought everyone knew at this point that they literally are colluding with an auction house to
Yeah.
artificially increase the value of the games. Like
Preach.
I thought this was a
Yeah,
dead
they
thing
took
already.
to that lot of things.
Yeah, preach.
You know
Now,
what's amazing? It's called Watto. It reminds me of the guy from Watto from Star Wars. That guy is crooked. It's kind of fucking
yo,
hilarious.
man, y'all gonna hate. I ain't never watched Star Wars, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't hurt me.
I watched
That was Star Wars Episode 1, Nick. I saw it in the movie theater with my parents whenever it came out a billion years ago.
what's the one where Anakin becomes Darth Vader? Is that episode 3?
I think that's Episode 1.
That's
Maybe, I
episode
don't know.
1? I don't remember. Well, either way, I watched that one the other day, and I actually fucking loved it. And I've never been a Star Wars guy.
Yo, I just got this is me, y'all. Don't hate me, man. My brother was a Trekkie, and he had me watching Star Trek, man.
My
So-
dad,
Yeah.
my dad's always tolerated Star Wars. He never hated. He not even
That's what I mean. It's like a
tolerating them, not
cool
even
with
doing
it.
it
I ain't got no
justice.
problem.
He actually genuinely likes Star Wars, but he's always been a Star Trek guy.
Yeah, Star Trek just seemed like, and once you're a Trekkie, I feel like you can't fully buy in. Like you can be, yeah, like you said, it's cool. I can watch. I know the storyline and all. I got that, but it's something about
I've never
Star
seen
Trek.
Star Trek. Never seen it.
Oh man, that was something. It make you feel like you live in the real future, man. I be feeling like Mass Effect. Just go play Mass Effect, man. Mass Effect is Star Trek. Okay, that's why Mass Effect is so damn good.
Remember,
One of the
everyone, Mass
wackest
Effect,
damn
and,
endings
Mass,
in
Mass
history.
Effect Andromeda is the best Mass Effect game.
Yeah.
Haven't played Mass Effect either. My gaming backlog is fucking through the roof.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, my backlog is pretty nasty right now, man.
For the
Starfield, I haven't touched Starfield.
Yeah.
That's crazy, and I
Well,
love.
you better devote a lot of time to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just realized something I could totally do right now.
What's
Hold
that?
on, let me just navigate some menus real quick.
Yo, he said some menu. Doom, doom. He going through the menu. Doom, broom, broom.
All
Another
right,
game.
there we go. There we go.
Oh yeah, hold up. There you go. Hold on.
Put it on a big screen, Nick.
There we go.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yo,
I like
that theme's so fire, man. So fire. And then when you touch it, he made it where you touch it, they go.
Moses,
Who
Yo,
made that theme?
fire.
turn off.
Yo, that is so fire, man.
Yo, Nick, who made that theme?
Me, I made it.
Dr. Specimen, man. That
That's
man-
awesome.
And if,
Talented.
you send me, and if you send me that damn light soon enough, it'll be on there.
Yeah, he know it.
I'm
We
gonna
gonna
keep
yell.
bitching about it, man. I'm gonna keep bitching about it.
No,
Tell me to
do it.
stop.
Do it every day. I want you to ask every day. I'm one of those people that I'm going to tell you to ask, like, please, because you just needs to stay there. Okay. And I did repackage everything. Okay. And I did put the core in there. I told you. I
Damn,
don't-
so I'm Codex now, and now you're doing repacks?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. You know what I mean? I put that in there though. I ain't gonna do nothing with it, man. You know what I'm saying? I just got it. I just threw that one in there.
Nick, next time you go live, you need to go back to your old intro screen where it says Moses is my name with the gaming chair.
Yo,
You
man,
need
that
to
was
go back to. I don't know if you have like the licenses anymore, but did I miss when the intros were like it was playing all the music and stuff, or at the very least when it had your intro?
yo, yes. I remember I had my intro artist. I used to play a lot of artists. Remember, I stopped playing all the artists because
There's copyright claims on Facebook.
yeah, copyright claims. A lot of times, even the artists do not know that their producer may be using certain sounds, right? They could be copyrighted, or they might not just went through the system yet, right? Where okay, and sometimes it just be bullshit. They just it sounds like this sound, and I got to go back. I'm not about to do all that shit. Hell
Hey
no.
Nick, if you have what's the word? If you have the clean instrumental of that song, you should send it to me because I had to use like an AI program to get rid of the vocals from it. It still sounds pretty good in my opinion, but if you listen to the raw track, you can tell it's kind of distorted. But the version you have sounds way better. So if you have that, send it my way.
Yo, I think I do. I think I do have it. I can't even believe. Damn, I do. I know I have it somewhere. I have it. I just have to look in the hard drive. If you know what, I could probably find it. If I trace back the date, I'll probably find it. Just trace.
You can
back
also
the
just
date.
go to like your go to all your conspicuous folders and just do like star.mp3 or whatever.
You know it. And then you look and you go through, look at the date, and then I go, okay, it's just dun, dun. Yep, that's it. There you go. I knew I found it.
Here,
It's
can I
gonna be
get
named
it to?
something like XY23?
There you go. Moses is my name.
Yeah.
Could you hear it saying Moses?
Yes. Moses, yo, that is so crazy. And I remember like just going to and I still watch them. I played the throwback of JJ. I didn't play the whole one. I played a piece of
I saw that last week. I remember I was watching that. I was laughing my ass
the whole thing. I want to break it up into pieces. Yo, it is so much better to watch the second time around. Like second time around, it is so much. And at the end of that one I uploaded, I'm gonna upload the second piece. It's all of us talking. Like you came in, BB. I think Dr. Specimen was there. Like and Eric was there. Like everybody.
Yeah, John Paul, I think, was in that one
John
too.
Pond was there.
Yep.
It was my God, yo, it went down. So I that, but I also gonna post I have to find it. I know I have it, the original with JJ when JJ first came on. All right, and I got the full convo. I know I got it when JJ first come on. Fuck you, Eric. Fuck you. Eric.
What do you have against Eric? Wait, was Eric the guy who was doing the installs, or was he the victim?
Yeah. Eric was doing the installs, and Eric was one of the person that fixed some.
He was fixing all of JJ's fuck up.
Yeah, he was fixing some of them JJ ones, man. Them JJ ones.
Oh, Eric was fixing JJ's. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember Eric now.
Now Eric
They
also
were
came
doing
into Heat
it
later.
great.
Yeah, you're right. Eric came into Heat later because they started saying he was doing the same shit.
Yeah.
But you know,
Hey,
they started doing the same
I'll
exact shit.
let y'all know this right now. When it comes to SX installs, I'm 1 for 1, baby. We'll see. We'll see if I'm 1 for 2 after Nick sends me.
Yeah, we'll
slate,
see.
but
We'll see if you want for 2. I don't give a damn.
I will say they updated the flex cable. Did you see like the new flex cables that they come with on the light?
Oh, they updated the flex
So
cable.
you know how on the original it had like you basically had to like you would fill the solder in on the flex cable, and then you would like kind of drag it off onto the pads on the board. So the new one, it's sort of like a mask you put on, and then you fill the holes in, and it's kind of like you have like a layer on top that's like insulating. You have conductive material in the middle, and then insulating on the bottom. So when you fill up the hole, it basically will like fill it up and then make a connection.
I was about to say it connects it all.
The only one that and also they changed it to where you remember how on the bottom it had the screw hole, and then you also had to solder that capacitor at the bottom, like by the SD card. So they moved that now. So number one, there's no screw holes, which kind of pisses me off because that means I'll have to buy double-sided tape, but I'll probably just Captain tape it all over the fucking place. So, but they moved it now to where it's pulling off from some cap up top. So all of the connections are now on this cable, which I actually am really happy about because I actually saw a guy who did he was able to fix it. He's like good with like hotter rework stations, but he actually because he bumped the chip when he installed that capacitor at the bottom, he bumped the chip and it broke the cap. So it actually kind of makes me a little more I feel more comfortable knowing now that like the chip isn't gonna have like its mass isn't gonna break a cap off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the cap breaking and the switches are very common.
Yeah, because they're pieces of shit. I hate them.
They're like fucking.
I am beyond shocked. I didn't fuck my switch up because I actually okay. So you know how the V1 cable, how it's like it's top to bottom.
Yep.
So I actually managed, because I'm actually this stupid, to bridge the solder connections on top of the cap. Like it was like the solder like overflowed on top of the cap. But the best part, I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'll grab a solder wick.
Yeah,
And I did.
exactly.
And instead of like the solder melting into the wick, it just melted it but it wouldn't come off the cable, so the whole cable lifted. But I thought I lifted the cap.
Oh yeah, you know what? I've done that before. I'm not gonna lie. I done had a few scares with them wicks.
And then I had to like douse the cable in way too much flux, and then hold my iron there for like 20 seconds for it to finally flow onto the pad.
Start flowing.
It was ridiculous.
I've had to do that.
I've been reading mostly in like the chat rooms and stuff, and also on the pages. Oh, I'm gonna install my own chip in the system. I'm like, dude, it's like unless you have the proper tools of doing it, it's really hard. Well, I've got good soldering skills. I don't have the tools, but I can do it. I'm like, no, you fucking can't.
Here's the thing. I barely have the skills, but I had the tools.
Yep.
So I think it's more. It's evidently more about the tools. Oh, and by the way, just gonna show this real quick.
Cool. Okay, we know that.
Yep.
Got the leftover.
I put that one on. You know what I'm saying? That one I did Gucci. I put that one on. Bam, bam. Yeah, look at me, boy. And that one's not hard at all, to me. And that one, I did not have the tools, right? I had a 15-watt soldering iron from Radio Shack. And I had
questions, they don't have the answers.
Yeah, exactly. And I had the what's the magnifying?
Yeah, the goggles. The goggles, the lights on. Yep.
Goggles. I didn't even have one of those USB
cameras. And you took your drink before you put the chip
I'm looking at the V2 cable. This shit is smaller than the V1, so I'm kind of terrified, honestly.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that light. When I did the core, I was good. I was like, yo, this light, I'm about to knock out, man. Yeah. And I hooked it up and I swore it was gonna work, and it didn't.
Did you ever get it to work, or did you just get rid of it?
No, I sent it to MGR and told him to take it off because I was scared that I was gonna break it when I tried to take off the He took it off for me, though. He did. He took it off for me. And that's when I actually told you I'm glad I opened the box and I didn't send it. That's the exact ribbon cable that was in there.
Oh, so he probably was expecting you not to use it again, and he just kind of like ripped it right off.
And I don't know why. It's in a core case, though.
So, okay, here's what
controllers.
Here's what I'll tell you, Nick. Now, okay, I'm glad I did it the way I did because I don't know if they're cross-compatible, but you could have just sent me the chip and I would have bought the cables.
Yo, you know what? I'm still going to send it anyway.
I'll just keep it as I'll keep the box as a cool centerpiece.
Yeah. Might as well.
Now I just need to buy like all the other products. Fucking Gateway, Stargate. What else did they make? The fucking
that t-shirts got removed. You can't get them anymore.
You can't get those anymore? No way.
Hey, we are from this day forward. Nick Moses 05, Mo family, all of us here. Boot.dat shirts are coming. Shout out Nintendo, baby. Boot.dat for every. I'm dead serious, y'all. I'm about to go to Canva. I got Canva. I'm about to go right there. Hey, let me get this Boot.dat logo.
Ooh. Nah, I found it. You can get a Boot.dat hoodie on Amazon right now.
All right. What's another one, man? You know what? All the homebrew software.
Just get the homebrew logo.
Yep, get all get the atmosphere.
I wonder what happens if I look up homebrew channel on Amazon.
Oh, no, the homebrew channel.
I get DDR3 RAM.
Oh, yo, we need to just open this clothing store right now. We got it. We are going to be the official homebrew merch sellers. That's it. The modded community has now merch.
I feel like
with the yellow square on the shirt.
I feel like number one, we'd be the last people that they'd want us doing that, but also I think that I think that would probably be what gets us arrested.
Hey, look, we'll take a picture of a Nintendo Switch on the shirt, and there'll be a pink screen, and above it say, "Did you update to 17?"
Make sure you have the big Nintendo logo on it. Maybe put like a fake Nintendo seal of quality on the back.
Yeah,
There
but
you go, yeah.
did you?
No, the splash screen with the SXOS on it.
Ah, look, there you go. I'm gonna put all the tags. It's gonna be SX Autoloader, SX, all the SX softwares, man. They're just gonna all be in a line under one
Gateway,
of
Stargate.
your, yeah, Gateway, True Blue. We're gonna have we're gonna have them all just lined up.
All the torrents on Max console.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know what? That would be a nice shirt, though. Imagine you take each chip and put a name next to it. Like you show the core, SX Core. Show the light, SX Light. You show like a
They
matrix.
call the tree of chip families or something.
Yeah, and then you can show different chips like the old Xbox, original Xbox mod chips, the old, and you can give a history of mod chips.
Yeah, the history of chips.
Yo, I'm telling you, we got it. The clothing store is open, man. We just came up with like 20 ideas
There you
for
go.
shirts. We ain't even get into like.
I feel like having the history though, that'd be better as a poster. And then you could have shirts with the individual ones.
True.
And don't worry, Nintendo will shut down the store. Not Sony and not Microsoft. Nintendo will do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Sony and Microsoft won't give a shit.
Yeah, Nintendo will be the ones to shut down. Like, look, you sold 3 boot.dat shirts. We don't like it. And
Listen, you sold three boot.dat shirts. So we want $20 million per half shirt.
There you go.
And yeah, I don't stand a chance, man. I'm gonna have to settle out of court. You know what I mean? For $2 million. Tom Dills Jr.
They'll say $2 million, and then you and I will get on our encrypted channels where you'll tell me that you actually paid them $5 on a bagel, but you have to tell everyone that you paid $2 million.
Yeah, man. You know how that is, man. I do believe Nintendo does a lot of that, man. Like the Mafia used to do, that show you pictures of dudes like shot with gunshot wounds in their head and stuff. Like, hey, man, this is what happens to who doesn't pay. Okay, and then next thing you know, you find out right when you pay, they go, here, can you do me a favor? Can you lay down on the ground? Can you put a little ketchup right here?
Oh my god!
Can you hold your hand like this? Say cheese. Oh, okay, thanks. Nice doing business with you. You realize all those damn dead people were fake. They're not dead. The damn Mafia was smart enough to know I would think that was a dead person. Damn Mafia. Okay, smart group. Smart group, by the way.
I don't think it's about smart. I think it's about human intuition.
Yeah, true. Because anybody's gonna be scared of death.
and then you gotta just put it like stamp a giant boot.dat on their face.
There you go. The seal of approval.
Oh snap, yo, and we gonna get ready to roll out soon, man. I gotta bring DJ C Money in, man, because
I gotta finish up some work, so I'm gonna hop out. But thanks.
Yo,
DJ
yes, go ahead, man. Do your thing. As soon as I'm sending, I'm giving you the tracking number, sir.
Want to send it tomorrow?
I tell my wife too. When I tell my wife, it's real. You know what I'm saying? She don't let me slide. She don't let me forget. She be like,
well, I'll say this. For whatever reason, it seems like the tracking's just been stuck in this one warehouse in China. So I don't think.
No. Yo, well, go ahead, man. Do your thing, man. We'll catch up with you.
Nice talking to you,
All
Dad.
right, better get that. Hey, nice talking with you too, Joe. Hey, better get that sent out by tomorrow, or I might have to.
I know you leaving.
You might have to take the ketchup packet, bro.
But you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and they got the expedited shipping. There you go, boy.
You don't gotta expedite. You don't gotta expedite.
Ball it up, boy. Ball it up. Sponsorship money. Sponsorship money. Sponsors.
I mean, hey, if you think it's worth expediting the shipping, all I'm saying is that this thing's still stuck in a warehouse in China, and it might come on the 17th. So you got a little time.
Yeah, he right. I'll just send it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could. I'll go and like ask some of my hacker friends just for one of their RP2040s, and I'll manually wire it up.
Okay. As long as that shit cut on though, and it went bing and it worked, I don't give a shit.
Real quick, hold on a second. Dead Specimen, you gotta get in the chat rooms I belong to on the Facebook for the hacking forums.
Oh yeah, you know Dr. Specimen hate Facebook, man.
It's a chat room.
Real quick.
They despise Facebook.
Wow, I love how I tried to just type F into my browser so it would autofill to Facebook, and it did not go to Facebook. It went to a website dedicated to a certain fit lady.
Those ladies nice for the repacks.
Real quick.
Hey, that was a nice way. A fit lady that likes repacks. Oh
That's
man.
Desmond. Before you go, that's Desmond.
What's up?
If you're gonna do that, what's up, man? How are you? If you're gonna do that trick, at least get a knife and put it on the head instead of dead. Not a real knife. Not a real knife. Okay.
He said not a real knife. You know?
I should just put like a message in the like the little grill at the top, like for the fan. I should just like write a tiny message that's like Nintendo sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, he said on the grill, just Nintendo sucks. People like, hell yeah. You
What's
know?
up, Joe?
No, it's just for
What's up,
Actually, no,
I'm
even
doing
better.
good. How are you, buddy?
I'll put like I'll cut like just a giant hole in the back of the Switch and just put like your picture there, like your logo.
Hey, every time you touch it, it go Moses.
Moses, it's like the easy button. You just hit it, Moses.
Hey, they're like, what the fuck is the point of this button? Moses. Damn, can you use this in game?
Moses. That's your automatic cheat button. But you have to hear Moses.
Oh shit, man.
If signature patches don't work, just press the Moses button.
Yeah, press the Moses. The chip light up.
The second
Like,
you
oh
press,
shit, that's how you get the chip on. Moses.
I'm gonna create a new mod chip for the Switch called the Moses 05. And it's just like every time it turns on, your logo pops up for half a second, Moses, and then instantly into the Nintendo loader.
Yeah, he said
My
the
Moses 5
Moses.
chip blinking orange. Why is that?
What did you say? Hey, yo, the fact that he said the Moses 05 made it sound just like that shit sound like a chip.
That's the version 5. That's the latest version of the chip.
But
Like
it's gonna be like M0535.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely how man. Oh,
Yeah.
y'all some food.
Look what I got for you, buddy.
I'll catch you guys.
Talk to him. Nick Moses 05, rock him. Thank you, sir. DJ C Money, sir. What's going
What
on,
is
sir?
yours?
I'm glad
What
you
is
let the
yours?
show go on for this long, man. I'm glad you ain't cut us off, man. I was scared you was gonna shut the show down, man. We was going over.
Bro,
I was
my mom. Yo, can I
Your mom
speak
said it was
on
cool.
something real quick?
All right, go ahead. You got the floor. It's all you. It's all you.
Then, the topic about
The yeast. Yo, would you drink that beer? Would you drink that yeast beer? The girl got the yeast infection from her pap smear, and they put it in.
Yeah,
the drink that?
both of that.
All right, come on, let's talk about it. I got you. I'm gonna pull it up right for you, DJ C Money. Okay, I got you, boss. Here we go. Caitlin Saragusa. Her name is Amaranth. Okay, Amaranth. Let me pull a picture on my background. Hold on, let me get a picture.
Pull the picture now.
That's her right there. Okay, I'm gonna put me up on big screen so you can go and see her. I want you to see her good and ready. Okay.
Pull me this screen.
Hold on, let me get the girl. I can't. Oh damn, I'm messing up. That was my bad. That's my bad. Here we go.
Pull me up the screen.
Here we go.
Pull me up the
I'm
screen.
messing up. There we go. So that's her right there. Look at her. Right there.
Let me go up this screen. Real quick.
All right, okay. There you go. You have a good look at it. Now, DJ C Money, I'm gonna put you on big screen. I'm gonna ask you, would you take a sip of her beer knowing that it was using yeast from her vagina?
I gotta keep it real. Yes.
Talk. That's what I'm talking about. DJ C Money. Oh, DJ C Money.
Let me tell you what.
Drink that yeast, girl. Bring that beautiful water over here, girl. Water dripping
Let me
off
tell
your
you what.
body. You be drinking that water off her body like
Let me tell you what.
Hey, look, now you know where the funding's going to now for next week's show. We're not going to be able to do next week's show. The funding's going to be gone.
yo. So DJ C Money. Why?
Let me tell you why.
Talk.
I'm so glad you asked.
Yep.
Because she's beautiful. And I bet you that she's a millionaire.
DJ C Money. What the haters gotta say to you? How the haters gonna hate on you? You drinking a beautiful woman's beer. On top of that, she a multi-millionaire. How you gonna tell me I'm doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
We're coming out.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he said, I'm drinking it right now. I ain't got no problem with sipping it. You know what I'm saying? Talk.
Nick, do you think how much those were going to be by any chance, out of curiosity,
What you say?
Say that again?
for the beers?
What'd you say?
Do you know how much they're going to
Hey, I
cost?
don't-
apparently? Like per
I
beer,
don't.
whatever.
They didn't say. They didn't say how much it was gonna cost.
Hi,
You know?
Justin. How are you?
It might start
How are you,
costing, man.
Justin?
This woman
Yeah.
right there, she might charge
It would never
bottles
cost
might be
me.
$25 a bottle.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Bottle.
it would never cost me.
Ah,
No more Ustream, Nick. We're going to have to call back in like we did in the olden days on the phone.
I know, right?
The Google
Yo,
Voice number.
DJC Money. I like that you admitted that, man. Because one thing I would say, everybody won't admit, like, yo, beautiful women, right? This is a beautiful woman. She's using her beauty and her looks because she knows. She knows she look good.
Wait, put me down and put her back up.
All right, okay. Let's pull her back up. Let's pull up. I'm gonna pull up. Take off. Let me move. Don't look at her.
Now, I will tell you right now. Now, now,
Right there she go.
let me just preach real quick.
All right, okay. Talk to me.
Okay? Cause I talk my game.
All right, talk your game.
No. Put it back up.
Okay, let me tell my game. Let me pull my game. Let me talk his game. I'm out of here. I ain't even here. Let me hear you. I ain't here. I'm just over here tying my shoe, man. Go ahead, holla at her. You know what I'm saying?
But if I meet her in person, and I see her right in front of me,
Ooh, okay.
talking straight to me,
Ooh, what's gonna happen?
I will get thirsty.
You said you on her like a dash hound. You know what I'm saying? You ain't. Come here, girl. You gonna sniff just like that
Right.
dog. You know that dog go right for the booty. You go. You go all that.
Am I right?
Ooh,
No, am I
talk
right?
to her. DJC
No,
Money,
am I
talk.
right?
She's looking at you.
Am I right, though?
She's looking
I'll
at
come to the restaurant. Wait, what's her name?
Her name is
What's her name?
Amaranth. Okay, she is on Twitch. All right, she's a Twitch
No.
streamer. You can pull her up anytime right now, DJC Money. This is what she do. All right, she like to show how beautiful she is. That's how she make her money. All right, she do that. This is
I hope she can.
you not only can get the beer, you can get something else. She probably got water she's selling, bath water. She probably got old underwear she's selling. She on OnlyFans.
Ooh.
Hold on. If you go to OnlyFans and type Amaranth, okay? Amaranth. Right now, I just clicked on her OnlyFans. Amaranth, seen 2 minutes ago. Okay? 2 minutes ago. Her first picture on that DJC Money. It'll make you happy. It'll make you jump for joy. If you that beer, you're gonna look at that first picture. So when you get time to yourself, just Amaranth. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put her name in the chat. Okay, you can go ahead and check out. She's on there. You could just Google her name, right? Very popular woman. She's online all the time. She's streaming. Okay, she on Twitch like me. Okay, and she'll talk with you and everything, right to you and all that. Go on.
Is your TikTok?
Talk. She
You know,
on Twitch. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. She probably everywhere, but I know she's on Kick. Excuse me, Kick. But I'm telling you, you probably want to go to the OnlyFans, right? She got the $14.99 a month plan. That might work for you. All right. You know what I'm saying? She do got a limited time offer for 75% off for
That's
31
good.
days. $3.75. You can get it for a month.
Excuse me for 1 minute. Desmond, are you still in here?
Nah, Des Specimen had to roll
Desmond,
out.
are you still in here?
He had to leave, man. You know,
Man,
college.
I
Man.
need
What you need to talk to him
I
about?
need him.
What you need him for?
You know what, man? I won't be here next week, but
Yeah, what's up?
the week after that,
All right, you
we
go.
need to talk about her again. I wanna
Yeah,
talk
come
to
on.
her
That's what I'm talking
first.
about, DJ C Money. You're right. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring it back up again. We're gonna say why he disrespecting that beer like that. You know what I'm saying? Talking about her. You know what? It's just a little yeast. All right, it's just a little yeast.
Why?
Just a little yeast in the beer.
Why?
That's all you
That
get.
beer is gorgeous.
That's it. Now there she go. Right
That beer is gorgeous.
there she go. And she,
I'm drinking it right now.
yeah, she got a beer.
Say that.
Ah, y'all.
Say
are
that,
shit.
Joe.
Yo,
Say
DJ C
that,
Money.
Joe.
DJ C Money, I got a roll, man. I just got the text message, man. The higher ups
Yeah.
told us they're gonna cut our show, man. They said we gotta
Yeah, he-
the higher
he
ups said they're gonna
finally
cut our
did.
shit, man. We gotta get off. DJ C Money, you the
We
boss.
didn't think
They
that
gonna
because
cut
of
you off.
DJ Money.
Yeah, I don't want you to lose your job, DJ C Money. I
I
just got the text. They said we on too
And-
late.
You know what, Nick? I like that mask.
Yeah. Oh, yo, you ain't
Yeah,
playing.
that's pretty cool mask.
That man's fire, man. I was rocking. Now I
That's
wasn't rocking,
fire.
you know.
Nick, I got a question for you. Did you take the kids trick or treating?
You know what? I will be taking them in what's that, Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday's Halloween.
Tuesday Halloween. Yeah, Tuesday Halloween. So I'm gonna take them on Halloween.
Dude, real quick, then I know the show's going on forever. Dude, trick or treating now sucks if you're a kid because back in the day when we went trick or treating, we go to apartment complexes, go into houses. Dude, in Pennsylvania, they do trick or treat. It's called trunk or treat out of the fucking trunk of a car.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, no. They're not around here. That happens around here.
Oh man,
Yeah,
see, that's.
crazy.
I'm sorry, I'm with Joe, man. What it need to be? He right. We used to, you know, if you was in the car, you used to park the car at the end of the block.
Yep.
You walking forever. You just walking all the way down the block. You going over here, you going over there, and once you finish the whole neighborhood, you walk back to your car.
Yo, you gotta go old school, Nick. You gotta use a pillowcase
But
for the kids.
Yeah,
It's
he right.
easy,
Okay, yo, I'm gonna tell you. One year I got so bad with it, man. I brought out the Glad bag. You know what I'm saying? I just got the garbage bag. I said, trick or treat. You know they ain't gonna fill this motherfucker.
Chelsea.
You know, then you go to the good neighborhood with the full size candy bars. Everybody know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see you.
Yeah, everybody know the full size candy bars, man. You go to the
That's
one rich
only the
neighborhood.
rich. That's only the rich neighborhoods.
Yup, the house. They got the 4-story mansion houses
Yep.
over there. They give you candy bars like they've been eating them shits every day. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, here. What do you need? Here, take 2.
When we were kids, Nick, we used to take the fucking bowl too.
Oh man, do you remember the please take one? There was no ring cameras.
No.
Please take one. You might as well say please take all but one. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, and you know what's sad, as we get older, we go, yeah, that ain't right, man. You got, you know, let it spread around.
But you know what? The kids these days, Nick, will never have these, experiences. They'll never have them.
That's true. They will not have them, man. Arcades is a big experience we talked about that they won't have. People standing together. You can be 13 standing next to a 30-year-old man playing him in a game where y'all relating when in real life there is no relation. You know what I mean? It's a different day and age, man. So DJ C Money, the higher up said we got a couple more minutes. They're gonna shut down the show. They're gonna hit the power. So we ain't got much. So DJ C Money, go ahead, take us out, man. Anything you gotta say? No, first, DJ C Money, we gotta save you for last. My bad, man. You the GOAT. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll go ahead and say thank everybody for tuning in. Love everybody for tuning in. And thank you. And I want you guys to continue tuning in. We're gonna continue putting out great content for Mo Fam. There you go. Joe, is there any last words you gotta say?
Like and subscribe, Nick Moses05. Catch us on the Facebook page and the YouTube channels. Remember, use the new pack. Don't be using the old pack, getting the rainbow screen with atmosphere.
That rainbow screen. Yo, DJ C Money. Last words, man. We left the Big Mac for last, man. Extra special sauce. You know what I'm saying? 2 all beef patties. They know. Talk to them, Big Mac.
Okay. First of all, Nick. And
Big
what's
Mac
her
is
name
something
again?
else, man. Yo, go ahead. All right, I'm listening, Big Mac. I'm all ears, Big Mac. I'm listening.
What's her name again?
Her name is Amaranth. I typed it in the chat, but also her real name, Caitlin Saragoose.
Amaranth. Okay, Caitlin.
Mhm.
Then for you, that I can listening.
Mhm.
I'm getting my number, and you contact that one. Let it kind of know. But anyway,
They seem about to-
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like us, subscribe to the Mother 5. You know, I don't know what it is, man.
Salute. Let's go. And hey, man, I'm gonna have to send you a link of Amaranth. You gonna really like it later, boy. Okay. My wife be watching the podcast. I ain't, I don't need to respect my wife. Wife naked. Okay, I don't be got to see these little funky out here. You no. I'm just saying. Oh, hit her. I got you. I got you. Yo, we killed it. We are out. This turn it out. We out.